The following broadcast is the Football Friday Night Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network, presented by Planners First, C.W. Williams Homes, Com South, David Reagan Ford, Brandon Outfitters, Sonic, Trey Moody Law Firm, Hamby Automotive, Larry Walker Insurance, Spillers Orthodontics, and proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics, Bill and Laura Amos. Now it's time for the MidGASports.net pregame show, brought to you by Brandon Outfitters. Here are your hosts, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor.
All the way back to about the 44.5-yard line on their own side. 6:20 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker there as you started getting a little bit of momentum. Have the Gators and moving the ball, and then a penalty like that. Those are the type of things that you can't do against a superior team like Westfield. Olive looking to pass. He's going wide out in the flat, and it's picked off by Gavin Edmondson. Edmondson might go. He's got only the quarterback to beat, and he cuts inside for the touchdown. Wow. Defensive touchdown for Gavin Edmondson, and the Westfield Hornets lead 27-0 with 5:53 to go. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Augusta, Georgia, home of the Westminster Wildcats. I am Kenny Kofer, alongside me, Brett Taylor, Tim Thompson on the camera work here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Westfield Hornets come into this game 4-1 to take on a 3-2 Westminster team from Augusta here. And Brett, it should be a great one. The weather is kind of muggy, and the field kind of sits down in a bowl here, so we're kind of in a swamp-like atmosphere. But this should be an exciting game. The folks have treated us well up here, and we're looking forward to a Westfield and Westminster ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Another unusual setup here tonight is kind of similar to what we had at Trinity Christian up in Sharpsburg. But nonetheless, we're here in Augusta to bring you the action. And as you said, got Tim down there on the camera. We would like to thank him for coming on this long trip with us, about 2.5 hours. And this features a matchup between the Westminster Wildcats at home here in their place in Augusta. They're at 3-2 on the season. This starts region play for them. And then as well, Westfield, the Hornets on the road for their first region matchup of the season, 4-1 coming into this here tonight. And I tell you what, one thing I noticed, Kenny, with both teams walking up, because we're here close to where the players are coming through, was the size difference and the number of kids. I really think it's going to be a tough task for the Westminster School Wildcats to be able to keep fresh bodies in there. And Westfield obviously has an extreme size advantage. And hopefully this is a good ball game, a good test for Westfield, because they're going to need it going into region play. And I'm just excited to kick things off, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this one should be a good game. Westfield, as we mentioned, is obviously the cream of the crop in Class AAA of GISA. And Westminster, this is only their 5th year of football here at the school. It's a school that's been around for 40 years, but they're traditionally known for their soccer as well as tennis and golf programs. So they're just kind of kicking off their football. And right now, they've done a pretty good job, 3-2. I mean, and now they're heading into this new region here with some tough teams like Westfield, John Millage, Gatewood, Flint River as well. Well, we don't know if Flint River. We can't figure that out.
I think it is, though. Like you said, Kenny, a tough region for both of these schools. And as we've seen, we think Westfield is one of the top teams in the state. But you never know until you get into region play. A lot of these teams are new to each other, so they don't really know. So it's hard for Westfield to game plan to a lot of them. Last year, you had region opponents such as Deerfield, Windsor, Southland, Tift area, Bullock Academy, teams that they knew, teams that had seen them, and they had seen the opposing teams a lot, so they knew what was going on with those teams, how to game plan, how to scheme against them. These guys are new, so they're having to go everything off film, basically. And it'll be interesting to see what Westfield comes out with, and then what they go with to try to attack this Westminster Wildcats team.
Yeah, I mean, Westfield obviously comes in with a very potent rushing attack, running the wing T offense, but they're not just one-dimensional on the ground. They also have a couple of great receiving threats. You got, of course, Giles Amos, who can always go up and come down with any ball. He's got a tremendous size advantage over almost anybody out there with a 6'4" frame. And now you added something to the mix this year that you didn't have last year on the outside, and that's a speed, and that is Reagan Waller. Reagan's a good slot receivers, if you will, who can also take it the distance. And Westfield's done a few things lately where they've kind of mixed things up, and they've kind of brought Cam Forrester in a little bit at the fullback position, as Josh Jenkins was the starter there for the majority of the year, and he has been every game. But then when you throw in Cam, who's more of a steady hand, as Josh has more of that explosive play ability, Westfield just got a number of guys. There's not one guy you can key on this football team and really say, if we stop him, we stop Westfield, because Ryan Fitzpatrick, look at him. He is, I believe, the second leading rusher on the team, as he's got 179 yards on the season with 4 touchdowns. Josh Jenkins leads the team with 367 yards, averaging almost 10 yards a carry and 5 touchdowns. So, you got some explosive players on here. Westfield can just run it down your throat, and then they can mix it up. As you mentioned, Cam Forrester, he's averaging 12, almost 13 yards a carry.
Yeah, absolutely. And just when you think that you can key on the run game, as you said, Kenny, you got the threats on the outside, and Ryan has been completing almost 50% of his passes, 23 of 47 for 458 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And if you're Coach Jones, you'll take that every day. It hasn't always been pretty, but I tell you what, he has made some big plays in the past game. One that I can think of for 90 yards down at Deerfield. Even though it came in a loss, Westfield really needed it at the time, and that puts some fear in the hearts of the defense, because they know that Westfield can throw it if they have to.
Yeah, and flipping over there to the other side of the ball, looking at some of the defensive guys, the thing that stands out is you obviously got Wade Walker leading the team with 44 tackles. He's got a sack, a forced fumble. I mean, he does it all. But you got some new guys who stepped in at linebacker this year that didn't play a lot last year, and Ben Murphy and Matthew Moore. And those two guys are second and third on the team in tackles at 31 and 23. And Walker Davison and John Walker Moore up front. So you got 3 layers there, or 2 layers, and then you got the SWAT squad in the backside. So, I mean, this defense presents a number of problems for any offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and they showed the ability to get off the field last week, which was key in their loss against Deerfield Windsor. But last week against Bullock Academy, they were able to do that to perfection, and en route to a 55-14 victory. And let's take a look at the Hamby Automotive keys to the game here tonight, as Westfield again will be taking on the Westminster Wildcats. The keys to the game tonight brought to you by Hamby Automotive. Strong in the run game. Westfield just needs to continue to be able to run the football, control the clock, and manage their offense in the wing T offense that they like to run. Be good in the special teams. Be able to make those big plays in the special teams. They've been done an excellent job thus far this season in doing that, and then making big plays downfield, especially in the passing game. We talked about it, how effective Giles Amos has been, Reagan Waller, Robert Myatt has been a surprise down the field in the passing game, and then win the turnover margin. The turnover margin is always key in any game. And another one that I might throw in there, Kenny, is that wraps up the keys to the game brought to you by Hamby Automotive, would be the offensive line play. It has been excellent, save maybe the first half of the Deerfield game.
Right, yeah. I mean, those big guys up front, you won't find a bigger offensive line out there in GISA. When you got Deal Lambert over 300, you got Cam Washington over 300. And how about the little guys at guards? I mean, you got Wade Walker and Connor Cawthon switching in over there as well. And then you throw in Corey Holiday sometimes over there as well. I mean, those guys are just creating those holes. And, the key to this wing T offense is just misdirection and kind of getting people off balance. You kind of can do a little bit of zone blocking. You can pull guards. You got to have some guys who are athletic, not only big. And they have open holes all season long. As you said, save that game against Deerfield Windsor. But, Westfield is just a very well-balanced team. I think the only knock you could really have for this team would be the turnovers, and you touched on that there in the keys to the game brought to you by Hamby Automotive, and that is turnover margin. Westfield puts the ball on the turf a good amount of times, and they've thrown just a few interceptions, but they really, really need to get a hang on that, and if they can do that, they're basically unstoppable. So, Brett, why don't we go ahead and take a quick break and be back with you as you're listening to the Westfield Game of the Week right here on Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
Have you been injured and are in need of legal representation? If so, call Trey Moody. Trey is a graduate of the University of Texas and Mercer Law School and has been practicing in the Middle Georgia area for over 22 years. Trey has tried over 70 cases to jury verdict and has recovered over $5 million for his clients. Trey has established himself as one of Georgia's most prolific personal injury trial attorneys. He is also a certified and registered mediator with the State of Georgia Office of Dispute Resolution. So if you want a respected attorney who can actually try your case if needed, call Trey Moody at 478-988-3114 for a free consultation or visit his office today at 921 Carroll Street in downtown Perry. Now, back to the Brandon Outfitters pregame show on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Brandon Outfitters pregame show as we will listen to the remainder of the national anthem here.
All right, good job there. Done by a couple of Westminster students here from the Westminster School. As we're here in the Brandon Outfitters pregame show, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor on the call, along with Tim Thompson there on the camera work, as we are here at the Middle Georgia Sports Network down in Augusta, or up in Augusta, I guess you would say, from where we came from.
Yep.
Watching the Westfield Hornets take on this Westminster Wildcat football team. And the first thing I noticed when we walked up, Brett, is just it's a nice football field, a stadium that's definitely shoehorned in here. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate to work with. So I hope they're not going to go with any back corner of the end zone fades to our left end zone here, because I think if they make the catch, they might disappear into the trees.
Absolutely, but maybe they'll come out with some more footballs that maybe got lost during practice or whatnot. But let's take a look at the starters, brought to you by Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin. And we will take a look at that. Starting lineups for Westfield, the offense. At left tackle, number 77, Dill Amrit. Left guard, number 34, Corey Holliday. At center, number 78, Cameron Washington. At right guard, number 51, Connor Cawthon. At right tackle, number 17, Austin Doyle. At tight end, number 40, Cam Forrester. Two running backs are number 10, Robert Myatt, and number 1, Tanner Westbrook. At fullback, number 21, Josh Jenkins. And at quarterback, number 15, Ryan Fitzpatrick. And Big Giles Amos, number 12, will be on the outside here tonight for Westfield. For the Westminster defense, at defensive end, number 83, Noah Kirshner. At defensive tackle, number 89, Michael Hitchcock. At defensive tackle, number 59, Jackson Rivers. Number 22, defensive end, Justin Gaffney. Number 33, linebacker, Ethan Lynch. Number 44, Benj O'Neill, will be another linebacker. And then the last final linebacker, number 56, Rob Newton. At strong safety, number 85, Michael Allman. At cornerback, number 1, Nigel Eady. At the other cornerback, number 2, Bryce Baranowski. And at safety, number 5, Josh Woods. And Kenny will run down the defensive starters for Westfield and offensive starters for the Westminster Wildcats.
And for the Westfield defense, they'll line up like this in their traditional 4-4 alignment. At defensive end, number 34, Corey Holliday. Defensive tackles will be number 74, John Walker Moore, and number 76, Walker Davison. The other defensive end will be number 43, Matthew Moore. The four linebackers on the outside will be Gavin Edmondson, number 8, and number 44, Ben Murphy. The guys that's Connor Cawthon, number 51. The two inside guys will be Wade Walker and Ben Murphy. Two cornerbacks are Reagan Waller and Tucker Moody. And out in the playing center field at safety will be number 12, Giles Amos. The offense for Westminster will look like this. The big guys up front. The left tackle is number 83, Noah Kirshner. Left guard, number 52, Slayton Lutz. Center is number 59, Jackson Rivers. Right guard is number 44, Benji O'Neill. Right tackle is number 33, Ethan Lynch. The tight end is number 23, Stephen Cave. Wide receivers will be number 85, Michael Almond, and number 2, Bryce Baranowski. Running back is Nigel Eady. Quarterback is number 5, Josh Woods. And the other wide receiver is number 88, McKay Stakely. So those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin. And both teams are starting to make their way right behind us out onto the field. Westfield will be decked out in their road white tops, green numerals, and green bottoms with additional white helmet, or green helmet, with the white Westfield W logo. And the homestanding Westminster Wildcats will be decked out in the all black with white numerals, white helmets with the blue W on the side. So we're almost set for football here. So why don't we go ahead and take a quick break and be back with you with starting line, or with the coin toss and opening kickoff. You're listening to Westfield football in the Middle Georgia Sports.
Go free ×3 this summer with ComSouth. Upgrade to any gold or higher value package and get the first month free, get free activation, and ComSouth will make the installation free too. Plus, as an added bonus, upgrade to high def and receive HD TV, you guessed it, free for 3 months. That's a whole lot of free for great telephone, wireless, state-of-the-art cable TV, and high-speed digital internet. Visit ComSouth.net for more details or stop by any of our convenient locations in Cochrane, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call Larry Walker, your local auto owner's agent, and let his team of professionals tailor an insurance program right for you and your budget.
The following is a presentation of high school football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The following is a presentation of high school football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. After suffering their first loss of the season, the Westfield Hornets rebounded nicely by closing out the non-region portion of their schedule with a dominant win over Bullock Academy last week. The Hornets look to continue their good play as they face a new region opponent down in Augusta. It's the Westfield Hornets versus the Westminster Wildcats, coming up next. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Middle Georgia Sports Network Game of the Week here on midgasports.net. I'm Kenny Kofer. Alongside me, Brett Taylor, as Westfield has made the travel up here to Augusta to take on the Westminster Wildcats. Westfield coming in at 4-1, and the homestanding Wildcats coming in at 3-2. The coin toss just happened as the captains for Westminster were Josh Woods, Ethan Lynch, Jackson Rivers, and Michael Almond. And for Westfield, it was Tanner Westbrook, Tucker Moody, and Cam Forrester. And Westminster went, I would have trouble saying that. It's not Westminster, it's Westminster. Westminster won the toss, deferred to the second half, and Westfield will start with the ball here on offense. And we've talked about it in 3 of the 5 games so far. Westfield has scored either on the opening kickoff or the first play from scrimmage. And the other 2 games, I believe they started on defense. So starting on offense and back deep to receive for Westfield will be Reagan Waller and Tanner Westbrook. They will be accepting the kick from number 85, Michael Almond. As we got the CBS football music being played over here to our left shoulder. Almost set for football. And there goes the kick. It's a deep kick towards the near corner, and it goes out of bounds for a legal procedure, and Westfield will start the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that's always great field position to start with. Westfield comes out and they're going to have the ball at the 35-yard line. And they're going to come out with that wing T style offense that Coach Jones employs. Might see some shotgun here tonight, as we've seen that the past couple of weeks, but nonetheless, great starting field position for the Westfield Hornets.
So Ryan Fitzpatrick will lead his troops out on offense as they'll start here on the near hash. The 35-yard line, they'll be moving from right to left here in this opening quarter. No score, just underway from Augusta. Josh Jenkins, the D-back. Wingbacks to either side are Tanner Westbrook and Robert Myatt. The handoff will go to Tanner. Tanner across the far side, tries to cut back, still on his feet, and he'll dive out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain and a first down for Westfield.
Yeah, good job of stringing that out by the Wildcats from Westminster, but what Tanner did an excellent job of doing was picking a hole and getting a field quickly once he found that hole, and almost a little bit too much over pursuit by the Wildcats right there, and Westfield was able to take advantage of it, and it sets up Westfield with a nice first down and 10 to start their second series of this game on their own 47-yard line.
So first down and 10 after the 12-yard gain. Fitzpatrick puts Robert Myatt in motion, and there was a false start there on the offense that time.
Wow.
This might be the quietest football stadium I have ever heard.
Yeah, other than the speaker over here in our left ear.
I mean, when there's the play going on, there is zero background ambient noise. But I tell you what, hey, Tim, look over to your right, my man. I see a snow cone machine. Tim and his dad used to run a snow cone business back in the day, so I'm sure that brings back some memories.
Absolutely.
So the 5-yard loss brings up first down and 15. Ryan looking to pass. He's throwing near side. He's looking for Giles Amos. And a little miscommunication there as it falls incomplete. And it will bring up a second down and 15.
Yeah, you might see some more passes here on this series of downs after the 5-yard penalty. Giles was looking on the inside shoulder, and the ball was thrown to the outside of the numbers. And right there, just a miscommunication, as you said, by Giles Amos and his quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. But nonetheless, Westfield has second down and 15 from their own 42-yard line here on their first drive of the game.
Ryan was disappointed with himself on that one. I saw him run over to Coach and kind of shake his head as I put Myatt in motion. Hand the ball off to Tanner Westbrook. Tanner cuts back now. Big gainer, still on his feet across the 30. Pulls over a defender inside the 30, down at the 28-yard line. A big gainer there for Tanner Westbrook. 30-yard gain down to the 27, and Westfield is on the move. First and 10 at the Westminster 27-yard line.
Excuse me.
Pretty much the same thing there. Just kind of a stretch out to the right and cut back lane right up the middle.
Yeah, nice counter to the backside. They faked it here to the near side and went back to the far sideline where Westfield is. Their team is taking that sideline over there on the far side, and just a great job again by Tanner. And then he comes back here to the near side following his good blocking.
And the handoff goes to Josh Jenkins this time, and Josh is going to go nowhere. Great defensive play there by Slayton Lutz. The linebacker came in and just smothered Josh Jenkins.
Yeah, excellent play right there. Josh was kind of dancing in the backfield trying to find a hole and nowhere to go, and a good job by Lutz right there to clean up the tackle. Really knocked Josh Jenkins back. Really gain of no yards right there. It's going to bring up second down and 10, and Westfield has kind of thrived early in this game in the second down and long situations.
10-15 remaining on the clock here in this first quarter. Westfield got the ball in the opening drive after the kick went out of bounds, and they're on the move. Second down and 10, and they'll hand the ball off right in the middle to Josh Jenkins. He's spinning, still on his feet, and he dives inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line, and that is about an 18-yard gain from Josh Jenkins.
Yeah, excellent run right there. He was spun around and just was able to keep his feet churning and stay up. And inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9.5-yard line, Westfield is, I tell you what, they've got things going on right here early in this game on this first drive with 9:50 to go left here in the first quarter.
So first and goal, Westfield at the Westminster 9-yard line. Look for number 12 on the far side. Let's see what happens. They throw a flag.
Maybe a delay of game. No.
Offsides on the defense.
Westminster must have been lined up in the neutral zone when everyone was set, and when you do that, it's a dead ball penalty in high school football.
So that'll be half the distance to the goal, and it'll put Westfield down at the 5-yard line. and it remains first down and goal. I wonder if that changes their decision here. When you're at the 9 or 10, it kind of gives you more room to work with as a receiver and a quarterback. Here, this might have kind of taken the pass away. Maybe they'll go more with the spread them out and QB sneak.
I don't know. When you got 6'5" on the outside, you got pass options anytime.
But they'll give it off to Myatt. Myatt fighting down inside the 4. Not much there as he gets down to right there at the 4. So maybe a yard on the carry. As we mentioned, there's nowhere to go behind this end zone. I mean, you're going to be in the bushes.
As you can probably see on the camera, the official is about 2 feet. The officials that are on the back line there of the end zone are about 2 feet from being in the bushes. Hope a ball's not thrown at their feet.
They do got a net back there behind the field goal post to stop the extra points or the field goals. But
is that a little Fitzpatrick I see back there maybe about to climb into the bushes in case the kick goes over?
Could be as they'll hand it off to Jenkins. Jenkins is going to get in for the touchdown. Touchdown Hornets with 8:34 to go in the first quarter. Westfield leads 6-0 with the extra point pending.
Yeah, great job right there by Josh Jenkins, just fighting his way into the end zone and was not going to be denied. Kept those legs churning, and now Griffin Elmore will be coming on for the extra point. And right now, I tell you what, it looks like Westfield could pretty much do what they want here if the first drive is any indication.
So Griffin Elmore will be on for the extra point. Tanner Westbrook on the hold. And John Walker Moore on the snap. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good as well. So with 8:34 to go in the first quarter, your score, Westfield 7, Westminster 0. You're listening to Westfield Football on the Middle Georgia.
I'm NASCAR driver David Reagan, and I'm inviting you to Fan Day, Thursday, October the 16th, here at David Reagan Ford in Perry. My older brother Adam, my Uncle Marvin, and my dad Ken, they've been in racing for a number of years. My older brother Adam's a big fan, so swing by David Reagan Ford in Perry to talk a little racing with the Reagans. Saving you money. Now that's another winner from David Reagan Ford in Perry.
Watch your speed. Go on me.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel from football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate. Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547. The Westfield School, ready for college, ready for life.
And now, back to the gridiron with Kenny and Brett on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. And welcome back here as Westfield leads 7-0. The kickoff is taken off the face mask by Nigel Eady, and he will regain possession and be tackled down at the 9-yard line, as that is where Westminster will start this drive. 1st and 10 at their own 9. Hornets went right down the field on their 65-yard touchdown drive as we're starting to feel some raindrops. You might have to see what we can do here. We'll try to protect the equipment as much as we can, and it's been off and on all day long. The pass will throw out wide, and it's complete out there to number 85, Michael Allman. Not much on the gain as he was brought down by Gavin Edmondson and Tucker Moody.
Yeah, good pass play right there, but a good job by Westfield being able to come up and make the play and only giving up 2 yards on the catch right there.
So they maybe give him a yard on that one, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Under 8 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Westfield with the touchdown lead. We're dodging bugs and raindrops at the moment. Very minimal drizzle, but enough to be aggravating. Fake the handoff, looking to pass over the middle, and it's complete. Beautiful pass and catch. And a big gainer still on his feet is Stephen Cave, and he's finally brought down at the Westfield 33-yard line by Reagan Waller. Big gainer that time.
Stephen Cave.
As that one went for 57 yards down to the Westfield 33. Stephen Cave from Josh Woods. I don't think Westfield was expecting that one.
First down
Excellent pass play right there.
And he just dropped that. He had a seam route, and he was wide open. Dropped it in there, and then he just outran some defenders. So Westfield's going to have to realize, hey, we got a ball game here, guys. We got to start playing some football.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in the pass game. I don't know how much luck they're going to have running the football on Westfield, but definitely in the pass game.
So Josh Woods fakes the handoff. He's rolling out here near side. He throws back over the middle of the field, and it's tipped and picked off. Reagan Waller's got it, and Reagan's coming down the near sideline. He's trying to cut back, and he'll be brought down out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, and that's unfortunate there for Josh Woods, as it was a pretty good pass to a wide-open receiver, Stephen Cave, off his hands, and the turnover goes to Westfield when Reagan Waller with an interception.
Yeah, great job right there on the tip drill by Reagan Waller, showing some concentration, making the interception, but Westfield's got to find a way to get onto the receivers out there. He was wide open and went right off his hands, and unfortunate for the Westminster Wildcats.
So, first down and 10 Westfield now, as they'll come set with two wide receivers to the far side of the field. Looking to pass, a little quick screen out to Giles Amos. Giles just runs right through defenders, still on his feet, and he's brought down inside the 30, down at the 29-yard line, as there's a flag down on the field.
Pass completed, number 12, Giles Amos.
We'll have to await the call from the referee. I wonder if it was a legal man downfield possibly, but he's pointing towards the defense.
Or holding or a face mask. So we'll see. I would think if a face mask, it would be tacked on the end of the run. That was a 16-yard reception, I believe, by Giles Amos from Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And they're pointing towards the defensive side of the ball, so it does not appear to be on Westfield. It's unsportsmanlike on... Okay, now they fixed it. It's unsportsmanlike on Westminster. So will that be added to the end?
Should be.
Sideline interference penalty on the Wildcats.
Oh, he must have run into somebody.
Okay, so that was a warning. He just no. That was just unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, because the sideline is the one that looks like you did
push back. Yeah. So I think the PA announcer thought it was a sideline interference, but it was actually just unsportsmanlike. So there must
first down and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball.
There must have been some words exchanged from the sideline to the line judge, and that pushes Westfield down to the 15-yard line. First and 10 in the red zone, leading 7-0 with 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Ryan's going to fake and keep it himself. He's going driving and carrying defenders inside the 5, still on his feet. And he finally is brought down after his progress is stopped at the 3-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, just able to come off the fake up the middle and keep the football. Quarterback does a good job, Ryan Fitzpatrick, of fighting ahead. And again, the one thing that's impressed me here tonight so far, Kenny, is the ability of the Westfield runners to keep those legs turning. They're not going down with first contact, and they're really fighting through tackles. And it's taking at least 3 or 4 Wildcats to bring them down.
Yeah, Ryan has really turned on his running game this year. He was kind of showed it late last year, and he's really improved this year as he's inching closer to 200 yards on this season. And the handoff will go to Jenkins. Jenkins in for the touchdown. Westfield leads 13-0 with 6:02 left to go in this first quarter. Josh Jenkins, his second touchdown of the night, this time from 3 yards out. And the Hornets up by 2 touchdowns at the extra point pending from Griffin Elmore.
Sorry about that, folks. I believe we had a little bit of technical difficulty with the camera being unplugged. So we got that taken care of.
And there's a injured player somewhere. Not sure what's going on, but good thing is it's so quiet you can hear the referees talk to the players.
Absolutely. Get someone out there in a hurry. Looks like maybe an ankle injury or a knee.
Yeah, look like number 52. Slayton Lutz is going to be coming out of the ball game, and going in his place is Aaron Reynolds as Griffin Elmore is on for the extra point. Kick is up, line drive kick, and no good. Wide left on that one, and Westfield continues to lead at 14-0. We'll take a quick break. Listen to Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Spillers Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you are an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
In this moment, It doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call Larry Walker, your local auto owner's agent, and let his team of professionals tailor an insurance program right for you and your budget.
Welcome back into the Hornets Nest to the Football Friday Night Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here as the kickoff will be taken at the 5-yard line by Nigel Eady. Eady trying up the middle of the field, cuts back, and he's on his feet across the 25, 30, 35, 40. A couple guys to beat, and finally Robert Myatt brings him down at the 46-yard line, a 41-yard return for Nigel Eady. And they'll start this drive with good field position. First and 10 at their own 46, trailing 13-0.
Yeah, great job right there by Nigel Eady, finding the room up the middle of that wedge and getting upfield, breaking arm tackles and pushing a lot of the arms away. And he shows some explosiveness. If I was Coach Ackley, might be thinking about getting him the football here on this offensive possession.
Westminster looked good on their first possession. They had a long pass play of 57 yards to Stephen Cabe, and then they had another pass play that was tipped off Cabe's hands and intercepted by Reagan Waller. They'll give it off to Eady across the left side. He's going to be tracked down from behind as Connor Cawthon was the first man there to bring him down for a loss of a yard on the carry.
Yeah, just great defense right there by Westfield, and they're doing an excellent job getting upfield, getting off blocks, and making tackles in the backfield. And right now, Westfield, really the only thing defensively that they have not been able to take care of is the defensive backfield and really locking onto receivers.
Yeah, I think Westfield likes to bring a lot of pressure. They got 8 guys up there in the box a lot of the time, and if you can get past that wave of linebackers, there's kind of an empty zone there, and that's what they have exploited on their first drive to Westminster. And they'll pick the handoff, looking to pass. He's being hit as he throws. It's a wobbly pass, and it's almost picked off in and out of the hands of Tanner Westbrook as he and Reagan Waller both went up for it and kind of knocked each other away from the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, and a good job right there in the defensive backfield. I just got out of my mouth how porous they've been so far, and right there they had blanketed coverage out there on the Wildcat who was trying to catch the wounded duck, so to speak, and right there Tanner just has it go right through his hands.
And a big play providing the pressure there was Matthew Moore from the backside as he hit quarterback Josh Woods as he was releasing the football. Kind of caused that pass to be underthrown.
Yeah, and we've talked about the emergence of Matthew Moore, Ben Murphy, those youngsters. They have really done a good job this season.
So rolling out here near side and throwing complete. And out of bounds to number 85, Michael Allman, has Gavin Edmondson over there to make the tackle. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty impressed so far with Josh Woods as he's able to throw on the run. He threw a strike right to Michael Allman for a first down.
Yeah, good job right there. A nice almost 11-yard pickup on the pass play, and it gets a first down all the way down to the 40-yard line of Westfield.
Have to bear with us here. We're from an odd vantage point here at the Westminster Football Stadium, and it's hard for us to see currently where they have the ball. The deep back, though, is Justin Gaffney. And it looks like he's rolling out to his left side is Woods. Woods being trailed. He'll throw out of bounds. There was a flag thrown, though, on the far side of the field, as I believe there was a illegal motion on Westminster.
Yeah, most of the time, if the flag's thrown at the line of scrimmage and the play is illegal motion on Westminster, if that play is allowed to go in the high school game, that's normally an offensive penalty.
Right, yeah, because if it's offsides, it's a dead ball penalty because they don't want to injure or allow the defensive player to injure the quarterback or any other offensive player.
Westfield 46-yard line.
So that is a 5-yard penalty, and it will be first down and 15 now at the Westfield 46. We have 4:26 remaining here in this first quarter. Westfield leading 13-0 behind 2 Josh Jenkins touchdown runs and a missed extra point by Griffin Elmore. They have 3 wide receivers all out to the left side to throw a quick screen, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nigel Eady, but the incomplete pass will stop the clock with 4:22, and it's second down and 15.
Yeah, just not a very good pass right there. Led him too much towards the line of scrimmage, and when you do that, it's going to be an incomplete pass, but just doesn't allow your playmaker to get in space and make plays happen out there. And right now. Westminster has shown the ability to throw the football, but they have a long second down and 15 here with about 4:22 left to go here in the first quarter, already down 13-0 to the defending state champions.
And the breeze is starting to blow a little bit here.
Better put up this umbrella before we lose it.
In shotgun formation now with 4 wide receivers. Woods takes a snap. Looks like a hole over there as they throw high. He was looking for Nigel Eady, and it went over his head and tipped.
Yeah, it looked like Cam Forrester was being held off the edge, like you said, Kenny, and had his jersey grabbed. And nonetheless, it doesn't hurt Westfield and brings up a long third down and 15 for the Westminster Wildcats.
Westfield's done a good job of getting some pressure from their defensive end positions. We knew coming into the year with the loss of Charlie Ayer and Bull Wainwright that they were going to look for somebody, and they found them. And Cam Forrester and Matthew Moore have done a good job.
Little Remember the Titans music there.
Great movie. 4 wide receivers again, shotgun formation with Gaffney, the lone deep back. He's getting pressured, and he's rolling out to his left side. And it looks like he's going to keep it, and he'll go out of bounds after a short 2-yard gain. He was forced out there by Wade Walker.
Yeah, Wade flying from his linebacker position, and a great job right there of just applying pressure and making him go out of bounds.
Looks like we have an injured player. Michael Almond is down out on the 36-yard line, but it will be a 4th down and about 14 yards for a first down. So why don't we go ahead and take a quick timeout, Brett? With Westfield leading 13-0 with 4:07 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Westfield football on the Middle Georgia Sports.
You know, this waffle cone is actually more like a sundae.
Plus, you can eat the waffle, which makes it way better than a regular sundae.
Way better.
It's like a Sunday with Reese's peanut butter cups and chocolate.
And real strawberry.
Oh, you make strawberry sound intense.
A lot of people don't know this, but strawberry is very densely packed with vitamin C.
Nerd alert!
The new waffle cone Sundays with real ice cream and premium toppings. And start your day with a 99-cent morning drink stop. This is how you Sonic.
Have you been injured and are in need of legal representation? If so, call Trey Moody. Trey is a graduate of the University of Texas and Mercer Law School and has been practicing in the Middle Georgia area for over 22 years. Trey has tried over 70 cases to jury verdict and has recovered over $5 million for his clients. Trey has established himself as one of Georgia's most prolific personal injury trial attorneys. He is also a certified and registered mediator with the State of Georgia Office of Dispute Resolution. So if you want a respected attorney who can actually try your case if needed, call Trey Moody at 478-988-3114 for a free consultation or visit his office today at 921 Carroll Street in downtown Perry. And with Kenny and Brett on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And we're back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network Game of the Week as the Westfield Hornets are here in Augusta taking on the Westminster Wildcats, and they lead 13-0 with 4:07 to go in this first quarter. Michael Almond appears to be okay as he's come off the field. It is 4th down and 14.
And this is what I've been waiting on, to see this guy punt.
He was, but you know what's crazy is Michael Almond was the one punting in the warm-up, so we don't even get to see him, so we're actually going to see quarterback Josh Woods punt it.
With the correct answer,
hey, watch out for that corner.
Warren Snyder, the leading scorer that night for the Wildcats.
We're kind of in the area of a lot of people crossing our cords out here, so if all of a sudden we go blank, that could
you know
be
what happened.
So apologize for that ahead of time if it does happen.
Josh Woods.
So Josh Woods, the quarterback, having to come on for Almond to punt. High snap. He's able to corral it, and they're going to fake it, throw it long, and it's going to be intercepted.
Reagan Waller
again, and he's going to bring it up here on the near side. Cut back field, try to go Barry Sanders style, and at the hash mark on about the 40-yard line, he's going to be tackled and dropped there, but nonetheless, a second interception for Reagan Waller on the night.
Reagan, I think, now leads a team, with 5? 5, I believe, on the year. So Reagan has stepped in and made himself part of that SWAT squad or, no-fly zone, whatever they want to call it, and they've done a good job as he comes up with his second interception here tonight. And Westfield will get the ball, 1st and 10, at their own 40-yard line, leading 13-0 with 3:52 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I guess Coach Ackley thinks that he needs to take some chances as well, as Coach Hennessy said that last week from Bullock Academy. But I don't know about that decision right there to go for the fake.
They'll fake the pitch, and Ryan looking on a little screen pass. He had the field wide open. If he was able to set his feet and throw, he was looking for Cam Forrester, but the pass was incomplete.
As it'll bring up second out and 10 from the 40-yard line. Westfield on top, 13-0 here with 3:47 left to go here in the first quarter. So that was an incomplete pass by Ryan Fitzpatrick, trying to find Cam Forrester out into the flat on the throwback screen to the tight end, and Ryan's going to come to the line.
And he puts Tanner Westbrook in motion, hands it off to Robert Myatt. Myatt's hit immediately, but he's carrying defenders. He's got 5 yards out to the 45-yard line. He was hit in the backfield and just showed that brute strength as he picks up 5 to make it 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, almost 6 as it's all the way out to the 46-yard line. Wow. And they had the ball at about the 39.5-yard line of Westfield. So just a great job by Robert Myatt churning those legs and making sure he picks up more yardage. That should have gone for no gain at all, and Robert does an excellent job right there picking up yardage.
So it's 3rd down and 4, and Ryan's going to fake the hit off, keep it himself. Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to fumble it. It's on the ground, and it's going to be a turnover over to Westminster, as coming up with the fumble recovery was Bryce Baranowski. Ryan had it stripped from behind as he was going to the turf. He gained 13 yards, but then loses it, and the Westfield Hornets turn it over there for the first time tonight, and they give it back over to Westminster at their own 39.
And we talked about that in the turnover margin, and right now Westfield's +1 in the turnover margin, but they were +2, and you don't want that to creep up on you as the game continues to go on. You don't want to allow a team that you should be up on to stay around in the ball game.
So Josh Woods will come set under center with Nigel Eady, the lone back behind him, and he gives it off to Eady. Eady trying the near side. He's hit hard, and he'll be brought down at about the 41-yard line. That's a gain of about 3 yards on the carry, 2 yards, we'll say. That was a big hit, big collision, and Eady is down as Wade Walker was the man there on that hit. And no surprise there, making the tackle. Him along with Tucker Moody, and it looks like Eady is down on the turf at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. We'll stay here on this one, and Westfield just laying the wood here tonight. And I tell you what, it has been a very impressive defensive performance so far, except for the one play, the 57-yard, I believe, pass play. Westfield has dominated, and Eady is up and being helped off the field. Hopefully he'll be able to return, and right now Westfield's just dominating on the defensive side of the ball.
Wow, got some news going on in the postseason. Bench is empty after Adam Wainwright hits Yasiel Puig with the pitch. Yadier Molina, Adrian Gonzalez in the middle of it. So, yeah, I'm with you. Keep hitting them.
I do not like Yasiel Puig.
So, anyway, a lot of sports going on, especially football here in Georgia right now. Big games in South Georgia between the 4 big schools down there. Camden, as there's a timeout on the field. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Westfield Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Go free ×3 this summer with ComSouth. Upgrade to any gold or higher value package and get the first month free, get free activation, and ComSouth will make the installation free too. Plus, as an added bonus, upgrade to high def and receive HD TV, you guessed it, free for 3 months. That's a whole lot of free for great telephone, wireless, state-of-the-art cable TV, and high-speed digital internet. Visit ComSouth.net for more details or stop by any of our convenient locations in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands, such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Mar-
And welcome back. Sorry to cut that commercial short. We're back here with 2:26 to go in the first quarter. Westfield leading 13-0. Looking to pass now is Woods. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to step up and just throw it away smartly as he was pressured that time. by Matthew Morris. There's a flag on the far side of the field. And normally, as Brett said, if that's over there.
It was just thrown at the end of the play, so there's no telling what that was.
Yeah, it could have been a defensive hold, but normally on the complete other side of the field when the quarterback's flushing here near side, that's kind of an odd one. Some random score updates we got from around the state. Marvin James tells us Dodge County 10-0, Toombs 0. We saw where Deerfield was trailing early to Brookwood 7-0.
Ineligible receiver downfield is the call.
Wow, Brookwood now up 14-0.
Yep, ineligible player downfield. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, I believe.
So that'll push them back to the 36-yard line. And that's going to make it a third down, or a, can't even see, they don't even have a marker for, there we go, 2nd down and 13. So under center again now will be Woods. Almost had his foot stepped on. He rolls out to the far side looking to pass. He's being pressured, and he'll throw it away. As right behind him that time was Ben Murphy.
Looked like the same play except the far side. I don't know what Tim's doing down there.
Tim's a football coach. Tim is out. You see him. He's putting his hands up, wondering, hey, go this way, go that way.
Reminds me of somebody we knew in high school. What are you doing?
So, after the incomplete pass, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13.
Just dang dumb.
2:11 left to go in this first quarter. Westfield up top, or on top, 13-0. 2 touchdowns from Josh Jenkins. 2 interceptions by Reagan Waller. 3 wide receivers set, 2 on the far side, 1 here on the near side. As Woods looking to pass, he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line by Wade Walker, and then Wade sticks his arms out. He's so funny. He enjoys playing football. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, just an excellent job, and that's a 10-yard loss on the play. I tell you what, Wade Walker shot out of a cannon, and he just adds to his team-leading tackles and another sack to add to the list for World War 24 Wade Walker.
And Wade's just one of those guys. He just likes to have a good time. He walked by us. You about to play a football game, and he's hearing Dave Matthews over the overhead. And he goes, I can play this, man. It's my jam.
It's my jam.
He just keeps calm and collected all times. Woods on the punt. Gets away a beautiful spiral kick all the way back. Is Tanner Westbrook at his own 30.
But is that going to give him...
Yeah, he might have outkicked his coverage. Heck of a block by Jacob Payne, and they're going to throw a flag as Tanner Westbrook's going to have a great return, but that one's going to come back, and that was a bad call because Jacob Payne got his head in front of the left shoulder of the defender, but that peel back block or whatever you call it there is going to be a block in the back.
Yeah, that's not a very good call, but I guess... you got to go with what the official calls. They've been pretty decent here tonight, and that's going to be a holding on Westfield, and I don't even think they got the call right. If you're going to call that should be an illegal block in the back, 15-yard penalty, but only 10-yard penalty. Westfield, I guess, will take that.
First down and 10.
Yeah, so that's a 1st down and 10 for Westfield.
On 30-yard line.
At their own 30 on the far hash. 1:09 left in this opening quarter. Westfield will come back out. Their last drive ended in a fumble by Ryan Fitzpatrick. And Westfield has now had 10 fumbles in just their 6th game, so in 5 games and a quarter. And they hand the ball off. And not a whole lot there as that one went to Josh Jenkins. He gets 4 yards out to the 34.
Yeah, from our angle, it is very hard to see, but Josh is fighting hard inside. Some good blocking up front, but there's just so much movement that takes that goes on during that play, and he's just got to be patient and kind of pick his way through. And the defenders were able to come from behind and tackle him, but Josh showing great ability, great leverage and balance, and with 40 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, set up with a nice 2nd down and 6 pass over here to Giles Amos. He makes a shoestring catch, gets out past the 40-yard line for a Westfield first down. Nice 7-yard reception right there for Giles Amos.
Yeah, Giles went down, used those big hands, and grabbed it about a foot off the turf. And he gets enough for the first down as we're winding down here on this opening quarter with Westfield leading by 13.
20 seconds left.
Might have
First down.
one play left or so if it's a running play for Westfield. So Ryan Fitzpatrick will come to the line with just 13 seconds to go here in this first half. He's got Giles Amos out there on the far side of the field. And they hand it off to Tucker Moody. Moody making moves all over the field as he's inside the Westminster territory down to the 41-yard line. Good gain and a first down for Westfield as that will do it on the first quarter. So the Westfield Hornets lead after one quarter of play, 13-0. You listen to Westfield football on the Middle Georgia Sports.
C.W. Williams is the premier home builder in Houston County, with established communities in Perry, Bon Air, Centerville, and Warner Robins. C.W. Williams Homes offers you a chance to build the customized home of your dreams. There are multiple floor plans available, ranging from a minimum of 1,000 square feet to over 3,000 square feet. Log on to cwwilliamshomes.com or give them a call at 478-922-2207 to check their list of plans, communities, and financing options today. C.W. Williams Homes. Let us build the home of your dreams.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And welcome back here to the Middle Georgia Sports Network Game of the Week. I'm Kenny Kofer, alongside me Brett Taylor and Tim Thompson on the camera as Westfield leads 13-0 after one quarter of play. They have it first down and 10 after a good run by Tucker Moody. And Ryan's going to be rolled out here to the near side looking to pass, and he overthrows Reagan Waller as he has two guys running, one an underneath route, one right behind, and that was Reagan Waller and Tanner Westbrook kind of threw it between the two.
Yeah, just not a very good pass by Ryan. He has enough time right there. If he just rolls and then stops, sets his feet, and makes a throw, he has a chance to complete the pass. He really had the deep receiver open there on the flood pattern, and just you can't throw the ball in between two guys. And it's going to bring up a second down and 10 yards to go with 11:53 left to go here in the second quarter.
So they'll bring Giles Amos out here to the near side, and they'll put Tanner Westbrook in motion. He'll get the pitch. Got a blocker out in front. He's trying to get around the corner, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. Hard. Good hit that time by Nigel Eady. Good sportsmanship. Both players help each other up. But that should be enough for a Westfield first down, and it is down to the 29-yard line, I believe.
Nice 12-yard pickup right there. And a big first down for Westfield. Keep the drive moving here on their first drive in the second quarter. Well, really a continued drive from the first quarter to the second quarter. They kind of bridged the two there. And with 11:43 left to go here in the second quarter, Westfield looks to add to their lead here inside the 20-yard line.
So it's first down and 10. Ryan looks to either side. Got two wide receivers here to the near side. Quickly hands it off to Robert Myatt. Myatt setting up his blockers. Cuts back now. Still on his feet. Driving towards the end zone. And he is going to be in there for a touchdown. Touchdown Robert Myatt from 29 yards out. And Westfield now leads 19-0 with 11:29 to go here in this second quarter.
It looks like the offense might stay back out on the field to try to pick up those that point they missed on the last extra point attempt, and they will as Ryan Fitzpatrick brings his troops back out onto the field.
So after the missed extra point on the second touchdown by Griffin Elmore, they'll take a chance here and try to, as Brett hates when scores are uneven, so he is a big fan of this if they get it. And they'll throw a quick pass, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Giles Amos on a little quick slant, but knocked away by Josh Woods, and it's a 19-0 score with 11:29 to go. We'll stay here just underway in the second quarter and give you some more score updates. I want to thank Southeast Sports Hype at SSH_DW on Twitter, giving us some scoreboard updates. Cook County up 14-0 on Tatnall. Let's see if we can get some other scores. Looks like we got Brunswick and South Effingham 8-7. South Effingham leading that one. Claxton over Portal 10-6. Fruitland over Wheeler County 7-0. And I mentioned earlier, Brookwood leading 14-0 over Deerfield with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. So as Brett's over here dancing away, Southeast Bullock up 14-0. That's a rarity.
Let's go over some stats here. Just a ComSouth stat update. Westfield has rushed the ball 14 times for 158 yards, 3 touchdowns and a fumble, 11.3 yards per carry average. Ryan's 2 of 6 passing for 23 yards for 33% completion. 2 penalties, 15 yards, 181 total yards for Westfield. Westminster's rushed the ball 4 times for negative 7.5, and we'll finish these after the kickoff here.
So here comes the kick from Robert Myatt, who scored earlier, 29 yards out. Nigel Eady will take it at his own 7-yard line. He's going to try the right side, trying to get to the corner. He's got some speed, but he's not going to get away from Josh Jenkins amongst others over there, and they bring him down at about the 19-yard line. And that's where they'll start this drive. 1st and 10 from their own 19, trailing 19-0 with 11:18 to go in this second quarter.
And let's finish that stat update. Negative 1.88 yards per carry average. 3 passing attempts for 3 of 10 on the passing for 70 yards, 2 interceptions, and 30% completion percentage. 4 penalties, 30 yards, and 62.5 yards total in the game for the Westminster Wildcats.
So Josh Woods will come to the line in shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers. He has Edie to his left side. Now he's going to come up under center now. Looking to pass. He's dropping back, trying to set up a screen. He throws it complete to Edie. Edie breaks a tackle. Edie on his feet. Got some speed, and he's got enough for the first down, it looks like. Right to the 30-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain on the pass play to Edie.
Number 1, Nigel Edie.
Looks like Reagan Waller was there on the tackle.
Yeah, just a nice play design, and I'll have to tip my hat to Coach Hackley. I mean, what an incredible design play. You've got a very over-pursuing defense, very fast defense, and just a little misdirection right there with the center screen, and he throws it perfectly right over the top of the line, and nice pickup right there by Nigel Eady.
On that pass play from Josh Woods to Nigel.
So it looks like they're going to start slowing things down here, and they're going to call a quick timeout. It looked like that was a player calling a timeout. So why don't we go ahead and take a timeout with them. 10:41 to go in the second quarter. Your score, Westfield 19 and Westminster 0. Listen to Westfield football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm NASCAR driver David Reagan, and I'm inviting you to Fan Day, Thursday, October the 16th, here at David Reagan Ford in Perry. My older brother Adam, my Uncle Marvin, and my dad Ken, they've been in racing for a number of years. My older brother Adam's a big fan, so swing by David Reagan Ford in Perry to talk a little racing with the Reagan. Saving you money. Now that's another winner from David Reagan Ford in Perry.
Watch your speed. Go on me.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel from football. Westfield students.
And we're back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network Game of the Week. 10:41 to go, second quarter, as they throw a complete pass out here to the near side to Edie. Edie will get around the corner, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by Reagan Waller, as hopefully Wade Walker's okay, coming up, flexing that left knee just a little bit, as the completion gets them out to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3,
33-yard line.
and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats.
Westfield again leading 19-0. Had a couple touchdowns from Josh Jenkins and one from Robert Myatt. 2 turnovers for Westminster, and Westfield also has one as well. Woods rolling out to his right side. It looks like he's trying to do a throwback screen. He's being trailed, and he'll be brought down for a sack by number 44, Ben Murphy, making the tackle there. That's the 2nd sack of the game for Westfield.
Josh Woods scrambling around.
And that was more of a coverage sack for Westfield that time, as he had nobody to throw to.
5 yards.
So the 5-yard loss.
4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
So So 3rd down and 12 will be the call as we're right at 10 minutes left to go in this first half.
Yeah, excellent job right there. Shoestring tackle and picks up the sack, and Westfield again puts the Westminster Wildcats in 3rd down and long. And I tell you what, it's been tough sledding for the Westminster Wildcats pretty much all night long. Other than one play, they have had a tough time.
3 wide receivers out here to the near side. Woods looking to pass. He's going to throw deep down the middle, and it's incomplete. Very close to being picked off again as it short hop right into Reagan Waller's hands. Reagan's been all over the ball here tonight.
Excellent job. Nice defense right there in the defensive backfield, and Westfield's going to get the football back here with about 10 minutes to go, just under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
So on to punt will be Michael Allman. This is the guy we saw warming up, and he can boom it. He was injured earlier and hasn't been able to kick. Woods has been doing the kicking.
Back to receive for the Hornets.
So here comes Allman, and he gets away a boomer sidewinder, though, and it will take a Westminster bounce and roll down at the 29-yard line. That's where Westfield will start this drive, leading 19-0 with 9:21 to go here in this second quarter. So it's been all running so far. Do you think Westfield is going to try to start opening up the passing game here late in this first half?
Well, there's two schools of thought. I mean, you could open it up and try to continue to build that momentum with the pass game, or you could try to keep it conservative, keep it on the ground since you've had so much success, and not give anybody film on what you're going to do in the passing game. It really depends on what Coach Jones wants to do. Ryan hasn't been exactly sharp here tonight in the passing game, so he might want to work on some things. We'll have to see, how long this game stays close and whether or not they're going to pass it anymore.
Handoff goes quickly to Josh Jenkins to the far side. He's trying to set up his blocks. He squirts through, and he fumbles. I don't know who has it. They ripped it out.
Looks like Westfield got it back.
So the Hornets fell on it appears. Nope, Westminster got it. So Westfield fumbles again, this time deep in their own territory at the 35-yard line. And Josh Jenkins' problems with ball control continue.
And he's such a good player, but you cannot have that. It just kills momentum when you have that happen to you, and especially when you've been able to do whatever you want offensively against the defense.
Yeah, he had a good gain of about 6 yards or so, and then they just came from right behind. He doesn't really cover it with two hands, and they just ripped it out. So Woods quickly hands it off to Edie. Edie makes the first guy miss on his feet. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Westminster. And they are on the board with 8:56 to go in this first half.
Yeah, nice 34-yard run, and Edie shows his speed. And he's about the only offense they've had so far here tonight, and the score is now 19-6. Westfield is on top, but they surrender their first score of the night here after the fumble by Josh Jenkins with 8:56 left to go in the first half.
And Westfield's got to be able to put teams away. And now they're going to let Westminster hang with them here after this extra point. It can only be a 12-point game. Bad snap. Good job by the holder, and Allman punches it through. So with 8:56 to go in the second quarter, your score, Westfield 19, Westminster 7. You're listening to Westfield Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Spillers Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you're an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call Larry Walker, your local auto owner's agent, and let his team of professionals tailor an insurance program right for you and your budget.
Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest to the Football Friday Night Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And an onside kick by Westminster. And coming up with it is Aiden Murphy. Big play there by Aiden, as that could have shifted the momentum even farther in the home team's favor. But Westfield will get the ball first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look and see if Josh Jenkins remains in there at fullback or if they put Cam in.
They got Cam in there. Yeah, Josh is a heck of a... No, they do got him in. I'm sorry, they got Cam at tight end. Sorry, Brett. But Josh is he's a heck of a player, but he's got some ball control issues. Handoff, or the pitch goes to Tanner Westbrook. Tanner makes a man miss. Big hole open over the middle. He cuts back now. It's a foot race. He's trying to angle towards the far corner, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Hornets. Is there a flag? No flag. Touchdown. That is a 56-yard touchdown run by Tanner Westbrook, and that is what you call a response.
Yeah, answering the bell.
After turning it over and then Westminster scoring on the next play, Westfield does just that, and after the onside kick attempt, Tanner Westbrook takes it 56 yards, and Westfield back on top 25-7. Pinning the extra point.
Pretty good average right there. One play, 56 yards, touchdown.
Tanner seems to do that. He kind of reminds me of a guy named Matthew Breida from Georgia Southern. Big, long runs.
And
Bad snap, but it is good. Good job. Hey, Tanner did it all on that one. Ran the touchdown, took the snap, and put it down in time for Griffin Elmore. And it's 26-7 with 8:37 to go, second quarter. We'll stay here as Westfield look like they're on the ropes for a moment, like they might have been in trouble. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, I tell you what, they just, in the run game tonight, they've been impressive, and it's been, just all Westfield other than two plays. Westfield has done the job, and it's been impressive offensively, other than the balls that they've dropped on the ground, fumbling them. Westfield has been outstanding. And another ComSouth look at the stats here: 16 rushes for 219 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 fumbles for Westfield, 13.7 yards per carry average, and 23 yards passing, 242 total yards. And we're only we got about 6:37 left to go here in the first half.
And Robert Myatt on to kick it away. A little pooch kick angled here to the near side, and it will be picked up by Edie at zone 20. Edie dancing around, making a couple of guys miss. And he'll finally be brought down at about the 26-yard line. So a 6-yard return by Nigel Edie, who accounts for the lone score tonight for the Wildcats, a 34-yard touchdown run.
It's going to be first down and 10.
See some other score updates. Pope beating Walton 17-7. Charlton County trailing Irwin County 15-7. Lee County up 17-7 on Tift.
Wow. Lee County's pretty impressive, though.
Yeah, Waco is now up 21-0 on Laney. Here, though, it's 26-7, Westfield on top.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's in the game at cornerback.
He's over there on the far side. They hand it off to Edie. Edie trying to get around the corner, and he'll make a man miss in the backfield, but not two, as he's finally brought down by Walker Davison, John Walker Moore, and World War 24.
Yeah, great job of pursuit right there by the Westfield defense. And that's going to be a loss of 3 yards for Nigel Edie. It's going to bring up a long second down and 13.
Westfield trying to wrap up the elusive Nigel Edie, the junior running back and defensive back. This Westminster team, from what I've seen, they're not too shabby. They got some weapons, and I think they got a couple guys injured too who could also be factors. Woods looking to pass. He throws complete out here near side. And a good open field tackle, though, by Reagan Waller as he brings down Bryce Baranowski.
Good job right there by Westfield coming up and making the open field tackle and limiting the Westminster Wildcats to a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
So it's, third down and 8?
On the completion.
Yep, third down and 8.
Third down 7 for the Wildcats.
7:14 here in this second quarter remaining. Westfield leading by 19 points. Shotgun formation for Woods. Woods looking to pass. Trying to find somebody. He's getting pressure now from Cam Forrester. He rolls out and throws far side, incomplete. over there is that Coach Craig almost made that catch. So incomplete pass brings up 4th and 8, and then brings out the punt team.
And just yet again, Westfield is doing the job in the defensive backfield and really disturbing Josh Wood's ability to find open receivers, and he's being pressured at the same time, and that's a recipe for success for Westfield's defense.
So back deep will be Tanner Westbrook, and on the punt will be Michael Allman. Wish I knew his height. He's a pretty tall kid. I've ventured to guess he's 6'2" or so at least.
Well, then venture on.
I'm venturing. Want to venture with me?
No.
So Allman awaits the snap. It's a low snap, but he gets it away. My goodness, what a punt. Tanner just turns around and watches it, and it will roll down at the 21-yard line. What a punt from Michael Allman.
Tanner acted like he was going to grab it.
I mean, Tanner was, I think, awaiting that at his own 35. He had to just turn his back almost like a center fielder, try to run to a spot.
This kid can kick.
He's got a 51-yard punt for Michael Allman, and it's 6:38 left to go here before halftime. Westfield leads 26-7.
6 minutes to play.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick will come out to the huddle here as Westfield is just dominating the stats, running all over the field.
Might see a big pass play here.
Good call, Brett. They're going to throw the football. He's getting pressure. He's going deep down the middle, looking for Giles Amos, and Giles makes the catch, and he's still on his feet. And he's spinning around. He'll finally be brought down inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. What a play there.
That 41 yards.
41, underthrown. But I tell you what, Giles Amos is so under control out there, and he's so tall. He kind of just brushes the defender off and lets him kind of go past, just makes the catch. And
that really wasn't Ryan's fault that it was underthrown. He had not very much time to get it away. So he was being pressured, and he couldn't step into the throw. And I think a lot of times that's part of the problem with Ryan's accuracy is the fact that everything takes so long to develop. As he steps back and he's going to throw it again, it looks like he's going for Reagan Waller on the outside, and they're going to call pass interference on number 2, Baranowski, out there on the outside.
Yeah, it looked like Reagan, the pass was a little underthrown, but sometimes that works towards the offense's favor, and as Reagan tried to fight back to it, he couldn't get through Baranowski, and that's going to be a pass interference, 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, great job right there by Ryan, recognizing that he had one-on-one coverage on the outside, and Westfield just doing an excellent job offensively, and that's going to be, I believe, a 10-yard penalty in high school. I think it's 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every level has its own rules, and I sometimes get. I know, in
college it's 15.
Pros it's spot foul. So
unless it's less than.
Yeah, unless it's less than 15, I think.
Sorry about that, folks.
That's all right.
Killing mosquitoes. Don't want to get Ebola, West Nile, whatever.
All right, the handoff is going to be faked, and Ryan's going to keep it himself. Ryan cuts back over the middle, and Ryan's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Hornets. That was easy for Ryan. I don't even think they ever saw that Ryan had the football.
Nice 25-yard right there.
Into the end zone, 24-yard touchdown.
And touchdown play right there by Ryan. Just, I tell you what, Westfield looks impressive here tonight.
So that touchdown makes the lead 32-7, pending the extra point. 5:57 left to go here before halftime, and we've kind of become in the middle of a little kid football game here. Hopefully they don't throw the football and knock off our equipment.
Yeah, Tim's going to have to police a little bit here.
Do your work, Tim. Do work. The extra point is up, and it looks to be good just inside the left upright. So with 5:57 to go before half, your score, Westfield 33 and Westminster 7. Listen, Westfield football on the Middle Georgia Sports.
You know, this waffle cone is actually more like a sundae.
Plus, you can eat the waffle, which makes it way better than a regular sundae.
Way better.
It's like a sundae with Reese's peanut butter cups and chocolate.
And real strawberry.
Oh, you made strawberry sound intense.
A lot of people don't know this, but strawberry is very densely packed with vitamin C.
Nerd alert!
The new waffle cone Sundays with real ice cream and premium toppings. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop. This is how you Sonic.
Have you been injured and are in need of legal representation? If so, call Trey Moody. Trey is a graduate of the University of Texas and Mercer Law School and has been practicing in the Middle Georgia area for over 22 years. Trey has tried over 70 cases to jury verdict and has recovered over $5 million for his clients. Trey has established himself as one of Georgia's most prolific personal injury trial attorneys. He is also a certified and registered mediator with the State of Georgia Office of Dispute Resolution. And now, back to the gridiron with Kenny and Brett on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And Robert Myatt hits a wedge shot that dies at the 1 yard line there, and Nigel Eady picks it up and returns it out to about the 15-yard line, and that is where Westminster will start this drive. With 5:51 to go before half, your score is 33-7.
Y'all move that way?
We got some, like I said, a little kid football game broke out, and we're trying to protect our new equipment. So 3 wide receivers out here to the near side, and they hand it off to Edie. Westfield came on the blitz and nowhere to go.
Looks like a blitz
And Wade Walker there,
on the backfield by a number of excited Westfield Hornets.
as well as
Number 74 leading the way.
Ben Murphy and John Walker Moore. So all the guys ending in number 4 in there on that one.
Play lost 2 yards.
2-yard loss will bring up 2nd and 12 as this quarter has really slowed down, Brett. It was moving pretty quick in the first, but we've got 40 points scored.
As Westfield's doing an excellent job playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and the Wildcats are finding it hard to block these Hornets.
So after the 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12, shotgun for Woods. Woods trying a little screen, and it's complete out to Allman. Allman makes the first man miss, and he'll be brought down out of bounds by Tucker Moody as flags will fly in late, as they're called late hit on Wade Walker, I believe, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Wade, I think, was trying to plead his case that he couldn't stop his momentum.
Yeah, I think maybe might have got a little nudge from behind.
So indication is unsportsmanlike conduct.
They might have.
Making contact off the field of play. It'll be 15-yard penalty.
Yep, so that's a 15-yard penalty. And Westfield will allow Westminster move the ball out to their own 35-yard line. Leading tackler on the night so far, Wade Walker with 5. Reagan Waller has 4 and 2 interceptions. Tucker Moody with 3.
It's not a bad night. 2 interceptions.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. He's a leader in the clubhouse, as you say, for the defensive player of the game, brought to you by C.W. Williams Homes. Fake handoff. Woods looking to pass. He throws low, but good catch over there by number 23, Stephen Cave, as he gets out to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 13 yards.
That's another Wildcat push down.
As he was brought down over there on the far side by Reagan Waller and Connor Cofton.
Nice little play design. Fakes the outside run to Nigel Eady. Bootlegs off that and finds a nice drag route out there to Cave for the 13-yard pickup.
Again, very impressed so far with the Wildcats' ability to throw the football. And here they give it off to Eady. Eady might have should have bounced it inside. The flag is down and a fumble, and Westfield's got it. Wade Walker came up with it. I think he stripped it, but they might be calling a face mask penalty as the early indication from our cameraman down there in front. Says it looked like he saw a face mask penalty.
No, they're going to call a holding, and they're going to decline it. Yep, holding.
Holding on the Wildcat.
So that is a hold there on.
And Tim lets us down yet again.
Way to go, Tim. Now, forced fumble and recovery all in one by Wade Walker. And Westfield gets the ball. 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 47-yard line with 4:13 to go before half, and Westfield leading 33-7.
Returns to the field.
As the PA announcer sounds very enthused about that.
But you know what? He is not as energetic, I guess, as you will, as the guy from Trinity. I won't forget him, so we might have to make do here and get our 10 up here shortly as raindrops start to fall. Ryan looking to pass. He's looking for Jarius Hart. Incomplete. He was looking to it to the wrong shoulder. Kind of should have thrown it to the outside, and there he throws it to the inside.
Defending for the Wildcats, number
Jacket.
44.
Sorry, I'm having to tell Kenny to get his jacket to make sure don't get the camera too wet here.
10.
We'll try to make do. We'll have to put up our tent here. It's not raining hard, but it is raining enough right now. Looks like we might have a helper on the way here. They've been great to us here at Westminster, helping us out for sure. And the handoff go to Hart. Hart cuts back over the middle. He's carrying defenders inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain by Jarius Hart. And it will bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Brett almost missed the chair getting back into it and almost fell down to the ground. That would have been comical if we could have got that on camera.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been the play of the night.
Yeah. Brought to you by Walker Insurance.
Yep.
So it's a 3rd down and 1 for Westfield. We'll call it 2. They actually marked him at the 40. He needs to get down to the 38. Westfield leading by 26 points. Now put in motion, and now they'll hand the ball off to Josh Jenkins. Jenkins dancing, still on his feet, inside the 30, out to the 28-yard line. That is a 12-yard gain for Josh Jenkins.
Tell you what, he runs tough. If he can get that fumbling problem under control, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, as he has 7 carries here in the first half for 46 yards. Leading rusher tonight so far in the ballgame is Tanner Westbrook, 4 rushes for 107 yards. And that stat update is brought to you by ComSouth.
As the rain begins to fall.
So again, 33-7, or 3:06 left to go before halftime. And the pitch will go to the far side, and that is to Robert Myatt. Myatt cuts back. Myatt inside the 20. He'll dive close to the first down. I think he's just going to be a tad short as he's right at the 20, so about a 9-yard gain there for Robert Myatt.
8 yards.
Robert has 4 carries for 45 yards. So, tell you what, just a plethora of backs here right now for the Westfield Hornets to choose from.
We'll have to, the rain's starting to fall harder here. We knew it was about a 70 to 80% chance of rain, and it is now coming down as a flag is down on the field. It's going to be a false start on the offense. So that'll push it back 5 and make it a 2nd down and about 7.
Lined up off sides. 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Westfield Hornets. And with about 2:22 left to go here in the first half, Westfield still on top 33-7. Let's see. I got it. I'm going to keep this up. Thanks.
Sorry, folks. We're having to bear with us. We're trying to get our cords and everything. We've been electrocuted once doing radio, but that was about 10 years ago, so we don't want to do it again. Ryan Fitzpatrick throws, and he had a man open. That was Tucker Moody, and that pass is low and incomplete, so it'll make it a 3rd down and about 7 now for Westfield as they have the ball at the Westminster 25-yard line.
6 yards for the Hornets.
So we're scrambling, trying to get, I think Brett's going to make a run to get the tent ready here. As
halftime, there's still
rain is now falling more steady every moment.
cold and hot drinks, snow cone machine.
As it's a 3rd down and 7. Take the handoff. Ryan rolling out, looking to pass. He's looking for Robert Myatt. He's got him open, and he's got it for a touchdown. Westfield, with 1:58 to go before half, Westfield extends their lead 39-7 on the 25-yard touchdown pass.
Pass completed
From Ryan Fitzpatrick to Robert Myatt.
On the play, that's Robert Myatt.
The rain is now falling heavier every moment.
23-yard touchdown.
It's a full-on rain now, folks. Tim, you all right, buddy? Tim's making it. We'll have to get Tim a jacket here shortly. Griffin Elmore on for the extra point. It is up and good. So it's 40-7 with 1:58 to go here before halftime. We'll stay here with you.
In the first half, the Hornets lead 39-7.
And it's a 40-7, if I'm not mistaken, right, Tim? 33-7 plus 7.
That's 40-7.
So 40-7. I think us in the. Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
So it's 40-7 with 1:58 to go here before halftime. Why don't we go ahead and stay here? We'll stay here as Brett's trying to do his work. So, but it's 40-7 Westfield all over Westminster. They can't get anything going here against this. They cannot stop this Westfield offense. Folks, when you do radio and internet broadcast and whatever you want to call this gig, you have to work on the fly. And that's what we're trying to do. I think Tucker's up here watching us. But 1:50 to go, 1:58 before halftime. And right now, Westfield all over Westminster. Westfield's done it all ways you can imagine. Robert Myatt's got a pass or receiving and a running touchdown. Josh Jenkins with a pair, Ryan Fitzpatrick with one, Tanner Westbrook with one. 2 interceptions by Reagan Waller. As we're going to make do here, we're going to try to get our tent over us. And I think we got coverage, folks. So once Brett gets back here, I'm going to go over to Tim and help him out. As the kick will be taken by Edie at his own 5. Edie dancing across, still on his feet, runs into his own man. He'll finally be brought down inside the 20.
On the return,
And
brought down by
try to run this over to Tim Thompson.
led by number 15, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
All right, I think we might have made it. Brett's having to work double time here. We came prepared. Thank you very much, sir. We had a gentleman out here decked out in the obvious. I think we're good. Look at that. Brett, you tired?
Little out of breath.
Hey, this is Brett does it all. And a handoff, big hole for Edie. Edie coming here near side. Right up the middle. It's a foot race. And it looks like Edie's going to go. Edie with an 80. Edie with an 80. 81-yard touchdown run by Nigel Edie.
2-yard touchdown.
And is now 40-13. And I think Edie is out of breath.
80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I joined him.
Nigel Edie.
Great run right there by Nigel Edie, and I tell you what, he just took that all the way to the end zone, and a good job of following his blockers and then just fighting upfield for the extra yardage.
Timeout, there's an injured player still on the field.
Looks like that's an injured Westfield Hornet on the field.
The longest run in front scrimmage in Wildcat history. Michael Almond completes the kick with a little contact there from 24 for the Hornets. The lead now is 40-14.
So we'll stay here as the kick is up and good. 40-14 is your score with 1:30 left to go here in the first half. We're finally kind of squared away in terms of the rain, as we've got Tim down there with the umbrella over the camera, and we got the tent up, so hopefully we can
survive over the next little bit.
Keep the rain away.
Yeah, we knew there was
go away.
We knew that there was a chance of it, and we thought it might hold off, but nope, it's coming down now, folks. 40-14 though is your score.
In 2013 with a 65-yard run.
That was the longest touchdown or play from scrimmage in Westminster history right there. As Nigel Edie took it 82 yards for a touchdown. That bumps up their total yards to 208. And the kick will go through the end zone.
Into the end zone.
That was a boot from Allman there.
Hornets.
And Westfield will start this drive 1st and 10
1 minute.
at their own 20-yard line with 1:30 to go before the half, leading 40-14. So Westfield has done well here in the first half, putting 40 points on the board. Well, got to imagine we might see some of the reserve guys getting some duty in the second half. Probably Logan Fink at quarterback, maybe Tanner Westbrook, and see what else we can see out here. But right now it's 1st and 10. Ryan Fitzpatrick under center. Gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins bursts through, still on his feet, still spinning. Spilling his feet across the 35, and he finally will be brought down there after a 15-yard carry from Josh Jenkins. Clock stops with 1:19 left to go before the half.
Yeah, just very impressed with Josh Jenkins here tonight. Eight carries for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns here tonight.
Not too shabby. He does have the one fumble, but other than that, he's doing a pretty good job. So where clock will run. Looks like Westfield's in no rush. They'll come to the line now, though. Cam Washington, the big guys up front, opening these holes for this tremendous running game. Ryan fakes the handoff, fumble! As it looked like it was a read option. I don't know who's got it.
Looks like Trinity has it.
Westminster.
And they do. That's going to be another fumble, and that's the third of the night for Westfield. And
it's the same 2 players, too.
That exchange right there on that option play, the mesh point is just not proving effective here tonight for a couple of fumbles that they've had. Now the ball's at the 36-yard line for the Westminster Wildcats.
And the last time Westfield turned it over in their own territory, Nigel Eady took it in from 34 yards out. So be careful here. Wet track out there. And Westfield has had problems trying to get Mr. Eady under control. 53 seconds to go before the half, though. The handoff will go to Nigel Eady. Tries the right side. And he's going to go nowhere this time as flags fly in from every angle. And it was a 2-yard loss on the carry. But we will await the call from the referee. Looks like it's on the offense. Nope, defense, face mask, right?
Penalty is a face mask on the Hornets.
Was that 15?
Penalty.
Nope, that's just 5.
Correction. Incidental.
So 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty will be a first.
45 seconds on the clock. Clock will start.
Still be first down. I thought that was an automatic.
Westminster, I believe, has used 2 of their 3 timeouts. So they're only left with 1.
Yep.
And the clock is running with 30 seconds to go. Westminster has a 1st down and 5 and a 31 to take the handoff. Looking to pass is Woods being flushed out of the pocket. And he'll just keep it and go out of bounds.
The right side.
He almost loses what?
He does. He loses 3 yards, I believe. He's just thrown it away. But that actually will, I believe, go as a sack for Walker Davison.
Correction, that was Josh Woods.
He almost lost 5 on that play, all the way back to the 36-yard line. So -5 on the play for Josh Woods.
It's not a smart play there from Josh Woods.
As you can see on the screen, it is coming down here right now.
Tim out there braving the elements, as well as us. We're not inside some cushy press box, but we got the next best thing at Georgia Southern 10.
Absolutely.
Now a fumble! It's on the turf! And Westfield's got it. Fumble recovery. John Walker Moore. As I believe. No, that was, that was Matthew Moore coming up with the fumble recovery.
For the Hornets.
They have Wade Walker forcing it. That's his second forced fumble.
And you got to think that Coach Jones is probably going to take a knee with 12 seconds left to go in the half. Just to remind you, our Planners First halftime show is coming up with interviews from Coach Craig's media arts class as Ryan takes a knee, and that'll be the end of the first half. Westfield on top, 40-14, and we will take a quick break and be back with the Planners First halftime show. You're listening to Westfield football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
Spillers Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you are an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office. Have you been injured and are in need of legal representation? If so, call Trey Moody. Trey is a graduate of the University of Texas and Mercer Law School and has been practicing in the Middle Georgia area for over 22 years. Trey has tried over 70 cases to jury verdict and has recovered over $5 million for his clients. Trey has established himself as one of Georgia's most prolific personal injury trial attorneys. He is also a certified and registered mediator with the State of Georgia Office of Dispute Resolution. So if you want a respected attorney who can actually try your case if needed, call Trey Moody at 478-988-3114 for a free consultation or visit his office today at 921 Carroll Street in downtown Perry.
Now back to Kenny and Brett with the Middle Georgia Sports Network's halftime show, presented by Planners First.
Hey, it's Matthew Moore here with senior captain and running back Tanner Westbrook. Tanner, I'm going to ask you a couple questions if that's okay. All right, so what positions do you play?
I play running back and cornerback and a good bit of special teams.
All right. Which one do you prefer, if you prefer one?
I'd probably say cornerback because I've been playing that the longest. Played that since sophomore year and really just enjoy it.
All right. So why do you wear the number 1?
I've been wearing the number 1 ever since I started playing like pee-wee football, and I wear it in baseball and basketball too. So I don't really know where it came from, but I've just always worn it for as long as I can remember. So.
All right. Do you have any players that you've seen at Westfield play, or even college athletes, that you look up to on the field?
I'd probably have to say Deion Sanders because he's just an extremely gifted athlete, and he's just always making big plays.
So how long have you been going to Westfield?
I've gone to Westfield since kindergarten, all 12 years.
All right, Tanner, so what's your favorite subject in school?
Favorite school subject has always been history, but this year I'm not really taking a history. So I'd probably have to say this year my favorite subject is lunch.
Lunch. Alright, so do you have any game day superstitions that you do before the games or maybe even after?
I don't really know about any game day superstitions, but as everybody may well know, I tend to cramp a lot. So we just try and stay hydrated with this bad boy of water right here.
Alright. Who's your favorite coach?
Favorite coach? I would probably have to say, I don't know. I like all of my coaches, but I really like Coach Watson because I have to work with him a lot in D groups. But I really like the new coach, Coach Rhett Farmer. He's always singing and he's real live at practice, and I like him a lot.
All right, Tanner, so who's your favorite teacher at Westfield?
My favorite teacher at Westfield would definitely have to be Craig Howell. I had the pleasure of him teaching me geometry freshman year, which was pretty tough. Struggled with those shapes. And then environmental science last year was really fun.
Who are your best friends at the school?
Best friends at the school. I got a lot of friends at the school, but probably the best friend, close second would be Spanky probably. And up there, number one would probably have to be Matthew Moore.
All right. Do you plan on going to college, or do you plan on furthering your career in football to the next level?
I'm still deciding where I want to go. I'm looking at maybe Auburn, Kennesaw State, maybe Georgia. But no, I think I'm going to hang up the cleats after high school and maybe just play some intramural sports.
All right. Who's your number one fan that you could think of out of your friends and family?
Number one fan, I'd probably have to go with my sister. She's always at all the games she can make, and she's just always been there supporting me, so it's nice.
All right, Tanner. So what is your most memorable football moment you've had as a Westfield Hornet?
I'd probably say the first game I ever started against Tatnall. It was my sophomore year, first game of the season, and I was super nervous going into the game, and I ended up having about 7 tackles and an interception, so I was pretty pumped about that.
Well, thanks for letting us have you.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You know, this waffle cone is actually more like a sundae.
Plus, you can eat the waffle, which makes it way better than a regular sundae.
Way better.
It's like a Sunday with Reese's peanut butter cups and chocolate.
And real strawberry.
Oh, you make strawberry sound intense.
A lot of people don't know this, but strawberry is very densely packed with vitamin C.
Nerd alert!
The new waffle cone Sundays with real ice cream and premium toppings. And start your day with a 99-cent morning drink stop. This is how you Sonic.
Go free times 3 this summer with ComSouth. Upgrade to any gold or higher value package and get the first month free, get free activation, and ComSouth will make the installation free too. Plus, as an added bonus, upgrade to high def and receive HD TV, you guessed it, free for 3 months. That's a whole lot of free for great telephone, wireless, state-of-the-art cable TV, and high-speed digital internet. Visit ComSouth.net for more details or stop by any of our convenient locations in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley.
Welcome back to the Middle Georgia Sports Network's halftime show, brought to you by Planners First.
Alex Smith here with varsity cheer captain Callie Blocker. Callie, how's the cheer team looking so far this year?
It's looking great. We've had a great time so far. We have a really good team this year, and we all get along and work together really good.
How long have you been going to Westfield?
13 years, since kindergarten. I've been here my whole life.
And have you done cheer all of those years or most of them?
I have. I started in first grade, I think it was.
What position are you in the stunt group?
I am a bass. I work my hardest to put everybody in the air.
How does it feel to be a senior this year?
It's bittersweet. I've recently started to realize that I'll probably be missing high school as soon as I graduate, but it's really fun because we get a lot of senior privileges and we get to do a lot of things that other people don't get to do, so it's fun.
And what are some of the responsibilities of being a cheer captain?
Oh boy. We do a lot. It's me and Sarah Walton. We help Miss Christie, our coach, to prepare for pep rallies and games and plan for different spirit days and just various things to help the team out.
Any particular things that you have to do on game days?
We have to make sure, if it's an away game, we have to make sure all the things as far as plans for getting there are assigned to different people, and we know that we have to bring pom-poms and signs and everything to away games. Home games, we have to do the same. It's just a little bit easier since it's on our own playing field. We just have to make sure we get everything out to the field and get everything ready to go before the game.
Do you have any plans to cheer in college?
I don't think I'm going to continue my cheerleading career. I'm just going to shut it after high school.
And as of right now, what would you say your top 3 colleges are?
I really want to go to UGA. If that doesn't work out, probably Georgia Southern. I really don't know of anywhere else that I would want to go.
What do you do during the week before games to prepare?
The cheerleaders usually make signs that go around the school to get the players pumped up and everything. And we also have different football players for each cheerleader that we get them candy or different kind of treats, and we make them what we call spirit tags just to get them pumped up for the game and ready to go.
How did it feel to win state last year?
It was easily top 3 of the best nights of my life so far in high school. I cried because I was just so excited, and it was awesome.
Do you think we could win again this year?
I believe we definitely have a chance to win it if the guys really want it and go out and work for it, so I definitely think so.
Do you enjoy cheering at games, or would you rather be sitting in the stands?
Some nights I have those nights where I wish I was in the student section with the crazies and just getting loud and pumped, but I really love cheerleading, so it's kind of a iffy thing depending on the game. I love it though.
And what will you miss most about high school or cheering in general?
I love my team, and I love just being able to get together with the group of girls that we have and getting along and doing our thing. I love high school. I love being with all my friends. So I'm going to miss a lot of it, but I know that there's a lot of stuff to come in college too.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you.
Thank you.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call Larry Walker, your local auto owner's agent, and let his team of professionals tailor an insurance program right for you and your budget.
C.W. Williams is the premier home builder in Houston County, with established communities in Perry, Bonaire, Centerville, and Warner Robins. C.W. Williams Homes offers you a chance to build a customized home of your dreams. There are multiple floor plans available, ranging from a minimum of 1,000 square feet to over 3,000 square feet. Log on to cwwilliamshomes.com or give them a call at 478-922-2207 to check their list of plans, communities, and financing options today. C.W. Williams Homes. Let us build the home of your dreams.
I'm NASCAR driver David Reagan, and I'm inviting you to Fan Day, Thursday, October the 16th, here at David Reagan Ford in Perry. My older brother Adam, my Uncle Marvin, and my dad Ken, they've been in racing for a number of years. My older brother Adam's a big fan, so swing by David Reagan Ford in Perry to talk a little racing with the Reagan. Saving you money. Now that's another winner from David Reagan Ford in Perry.
Watch your speed. Go on me.
I'm NASCAR driver David Reagan, and I'm inviting you to Fan Day, Thursday, October the 16th, here at David Reagan Ford in Perry.
Watch your speed. Go on me.
Welcome back to the Middle Georgia Sports Network's halftime show, brought to you by Planners First.
And welcome back here to the Planners First halftime show, where we're dodging raindrops and everything we can.
And frozen.
I think Matthew Moore was singing pretty loud to that one. So.
Children, let's clear the field.
Yeah, no, that was a request by one of your players.
Yeah, Coach Fowler asked us if we pick the Frozen Here I Stand, whatever it is, song. But nonetheless, it's a wet one here in Augusta, but Westfield leads at the half, 40-14.
Got a little Toby Mac on the...
Man, you get it all here. I know Tim said, he goes, they got a wide variety of music here, from Christian rap on down to AC/DC, everything in between. But here it's 40-14. Westfield was on top early after 2 touchdown runs from Josh Jenkins. They made it 13-0 after a missed extra point. And then they scored again to make it 19-0 after I believe that was a Robert Myatt touchdown run. And Brett's got some ComSouth stat updates for you here at the half.
Yeah, let me get them up on the screen. real quick. This is one of those nights where Tim wishes he had a remote to control that camera out there. But nonetheless, the halftime statistics look like this. Westfield has rushed the ball 21 times for 289 yards, 5 TDs, 3 fumbles on the night, 13.8 yards per carry average, 4 of 10 passing for Ryan Fitzpatrick for 89 yards and a touchdown to Robert Myatt, 40% completion percentage, 5 penalties, 40 yards, 378 total yards. For the Westminster Wildcats, they have 13 rushing attempts for 95.5 yards and 2 touchdowns, 2 fumbles on the night, 7.35 yards per carry average, 8 of 17 passing, 109 yards, 2 interceptions, 47% completion percentage, 5 penalties for 40 yards, and 204 total yards. Your score after that Com South stat update is 40-14 at the half. Westfield on top of the Westminster Wildcats.
And the main guy you got to watch out for this Westminster Wildcat team is Nigel Eady. Nigel had a heck of a first half. He ran for 2 touchdowns, one of which was the longest play in the history of Westminster with a 82-yard touchdown run after the rain started to fall. He scored there, and Westfield leading 40-14 here at halftime here as you listen to the Planners First halftime show right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Westfield coming in at 4-1, looking to move to 5-1, and well on their way to do that tonight. As next week they'll be at home facing Gatewood.
The Gators.
The
Gators.
The Gators from Gatewood. So the second time in 3 weeks they'll face a mascot of the Gators, as they will look to hopefully move to 2-0 in the region if they're able to win here tonight, hold on to this 26-point lead. So why don't we go ahead and take a quick break. You listen to Westfield football and the Planners First halftime show here on the Middle Georgia Sports.
I'm NASCAR driver David Reagan, and I'm inviting you to Fan Day, Thursday, October the 16th, here at David Reagan Ford in Perry. My older brother Adam, my Uncle Marvin, and my dad Ken, they've been in racing for a number of years. My older brother Adam's a big fan, so swing by David Reagan Ford in Perry to talk a little racing with the Reagans. Saving you money. Now that's another winner from David Reagan Ford in Perry.
Watch your speed. Go on me.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel. From football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate, Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547. The Westfield School, ready for college, ready for life.
And now, back to the gridiron with Kenny and Brett on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here as we're almost set for second half action. Westfield will kick it off here to start the second half as they lead 40-14 over Westminster Wildcats. And we just heard Westminster will go on the road next week to face John Millage. So that's a tough start for these guys, Brett, to start off with the defending state champs Westfield and then move on to John Millage, who's also probably the second best team in the region.
Yeah, no doubt. Westfield has dominated this ball game here tonight. 40-14 your score at the end of halftime and about to start the third quarter, and then they have 2 back-to-back games here against Westfield this week at home and then John Millage on the road next week. It doesn't get any easier for the Westminster Wildcats, and Westfield will be at home next week against the Gatewood Gators, and you would think that the Hornets would be favored against the Gators next week at home.
So on to kick it off will be Robert Myatt. Back deep will be Nigel Eady and George Inman. And the kick from Myatt, the high end over end kick, will go in and die at the 4-yard line. Eady picks it up, trying to find somewhere to go, but Westfield's all over him, and they will bring him down at about the 18 or 19-yard line.
On the return from the 5-yard line back.
So we'll see what Josh Woods and his group will do here as they are now trailing 40-14 here as we begin this second half.
Like just short of the 20, maybe the 18-yard line. First down and 10 for the Wildcats.
So Josh Wood will come into the huddle, relay the play to his players. It looks like most of Westfield's starting defense will remain in the ballgame. As the only player I can see that is not in at the moment would be Giles Amos, as they have been kind of playing with a nickel coverage with all these wide receivers anyway. So Westfield almost jumped off sides that time. Looked like Connor Cawthon was coming on the blitz on the far side. And here he comes as they hand the ball off to Edie. Edie, he's got some speed, and he's got around the corner as he comes here to the near sideline. He's still on his feet, and he'll finally be knocked out of bounds after a big gainer by Reagan Waller. Edie is down, but he's being helped back up now as he's in the Westfield, close to Westfield territory. Looks like he got knocked out at about the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 30 yards on the carry.
Yeah, excellent run and a nice job of just continuing to set up his blockers down the sideline here. And Tucker Moody had a tough time getting off the block and making the tackle because Michael Edie kept bobbing and weaving basically back and forth, allowing that blocker to stay on front.
Edie has been very impressive here tonight, as he has probably got to be well over 100 yards.
Yeah, 141 yards.
Looking to pass is Woods, being pressured by John Walker Moore. And now here comes Matthew Moore, and it's thrown and almost an interception for the big man, John Walker Moore. They tried a little screen and hit him right in the hands, and that's why he is not a skill position player, but the big body does his job.
Hit him in the wrong spot, right in the hands.
I saw him coming out at halftime, and I looked at him and said, good Lord, you are big.
Yeah, it looked like Tim out there trying to catch the ball.
All thumbs. All thumbs.
Yep, they don't call Tim Butters for no reason.
As he's getting in there to his Twix right now. We're trying to dry off here as it's
stopped raining.
Stopped raining at the moment. Came down pretty good for a good 15-20 minutes. Handoff goes to Edie. Edie tries the middle of the defense and nothing doing. And he's going to lose a yard. As there on the tackle was Connor Cawthon.
Number 43.
So, good job right there by the Westfield defense. Sorry, we had the kind of pause and interruption. We were trying to get things set up there at the end of the second quarter, and I tell you what, it just started coming down. And finally, it just passed, and hopefully, other than the playing field being soaked, we remain dry for the rest of the night.
So it's going to bring up a second down and about 11 now, or third down and 11. And being pressured and being brought down for a sack is Josh Woods by Matthew Moore.
43 for the Hornets.
Matthew Moore having a heck of a ball game here tonight. He's forced a fumble, and had a fumble recovery. He's got a sack, and now he has 3 tackles on the game. And now here comes the punt team for Westminster.
That was a loss of 10 yards right there. Great job by Matthew Moore. And the punt team's going to be coming on, and Michael Allman back to do the punting. And it looks like, is that Tucker or Tanner?
That looks to be Edmondson.
As it's a fake to Nigel Eddy, and he is going to be tackled over on the near side or far sidelines. The Westfield stops the fake attempt as they direct snap to Nigel Eddy, and he was tackled at about the 40-yard line and barely picked up a yard on that play.
And Wade Walker was in there on the tackle, and he was pumped up there. As Westfield will get the ball first down and 10 at the Westminster 40-yard line with 10:03 to go in this third quarter. 40-14 is your score. Ryan Fitzpatrick will remain in at quarterback. Westfield keeping all their starters out there on offense. And they hand it off to Tanner Westbrook. Tanner cuts it up over the middle, and he'll be brought down inside the 35 at about the 33-yard line. Tackle made there by 56, Rob Newton.
That'll be a 7-yard pickup for Tanner. He continues to add to his total, 114 yards on 5 carries.
Tanner has had a very good ball game, and he's run that same play. He kind of comes in motion to the near side or the far side, whichever it may be, and then he looks for that zone cutback lane, and as soon as he sees it, he dives in, and one of those resulted in a 56-yard touchdown. Handoff this time goes to Josh Jenkins. Jenkins making tacklers miss. He's got a first down inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. First and 10, Westfield at the Westminster 25.
Hornets first down, brought down by number 33.
I think it might be Giles Ames' time. Just having a gut feeling. This kind of sets up right in his range here with a first down and 10 at the 25. You're in the middle of the field, so you can go to either side, wherever you want to go, and Giles is going to line up here to the near side.
It might not be a bad option to go to. You've got, it looks like number 5 out there in coverage for
Josh Woods.
That's Josh Woods, the quarterback and D-back, but they're going to hand it off on the sweep play to Robert Myatt, and he picks up about 12 yards.
Yeah, he gets down to about the 14, so that's a gain of 11. First down and 10 for Westfield inside the red zone. Looking to go up 47-14 as they are leading here 40-14 momentarily.
Kenny, you're going to have to watch me in case I say anything silly. I got almost knocked silly by the tent earlier tonight.
Yeah, broken metal piece there. Caught you.
Right in the noggin. Right in the kisser.
And Westfield lines up with one wide receiver out to the far side, and they're going to hand it off right up the middle to Jenkins. Jenkins is going to be just short of the goal line inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. And that is a gain about 15 yards that's a gain of about 12 yards down to the 3.
Down to about the 3-yard line. That's going to be a first down brought down by Nigel Eady.
Jenkins is inching up as well, as he now has 81 yards on 10 carries to go along with 2 touchdowns. He does have a fumble as well. First and goal at the 3. Ryan Fitzpatrick will keep it himself. He'll go off right tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Hornets. 7:51 left in this third quarter. Your score, Westfield 46, Westminster 14, as the extra point is pending from Griffin Elmore.
Excellent drive right there by Westfield, capping it off on a 3-yard Ryan Fitzpatrick touchdown run, and it's now 46-14, as Kenny alluded to, in the third quarter. And Westfield has dominated this game so far, and let's see if Griffin Elmore can add on the extra point.
Here's a snap from John Walker Moore to Tanner Westbrook. Hold, kick is up, and it is good. So, with 7:51 to go, third quarter, your score, Westfield 47, Westminster 14. You're listening to Westfield Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Spiller's Orthodontics is where great smiles begin. Whether you're an adult or a teen, they can make you smile. Dr. Don Spillers uses state-of-the-art technology and proven orthodontic techniques to provide his patients with the quality care they deserve. He offers Invisalign, Invisalign Teen, clear, and metal braces. No referral is needed, so call 478-953-2700 to schedule your complimentary evaluation and see why your friends love visiting his office.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call Larry Walker, your local auto owner's agent, and let his team of professionals tailor an insurance program right for you and your insurance. Call Larry Walker, your local auto owner's agent, and let his team of professionals tailor an insurance program right for you and your budget.
Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest to the Football Friday Night Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And we're back here in Augusta, Georgia, on the campus of the Westminster School, where Westfield leads 47-14 with 7:51 to go third quarter. And Westminster will start this drive first and 10, their own 20, after Robert Myatt's kick went through the end zone. So we'll see what Josh Woods and his team will do here on offense as they put some yards together, but they've tried to fake punt twice and it hasn't worked out. Westfield has forced numerous turnovers, but Nigel Eady's had a pretty good game, and he'll get the handoff here, open over to the middle, stutter steps, and he'll be brought down after a very short gain. Is there on the tackle was Connor Cawthon.
Excellent job right there by the Westfield defense, finally corralling Nigel Eady. In the last 3 plays, he's only picked up a total of 1 yard that he's rushed the football. He's had a carry of -1, 1, and 1, but that was after a 30-yard pickup.
Yeah, Westfield really, honestly, I mean, Woods can pass a little bit, but let's just key on number one. If they can do that, then they'll really limit a lot of the problems. And handoff go to Edie again across the right side this time. Edie is going to be brought down after a gain of close to 7 yards out to about the 28-yard line.
Play gain 7 yards.
So that'll make it a third down and about 2 for Westminster. As over there on the tackle, I believe, was number 43, Matthew Moore. So you can even hear the coach.
Don't jump.
From all the way over here. Telling them don't jump, like you said. 9:20 here local time. This game is kind of dragged from the second quarter on. Woods, quarterback keeper here near side, rolling, looking to throw, and he throws complete, and a great pass and catch to number 23, Stephen Cave. Tackle made by number 35, John Allen Snowgrove.
Yeah, good pass play right there on the drag route. Gets the ball all the way out to the 39-yard line, and nice pass play right there as Westminster only had 2 yards to pick up the first down, but nonetheless, they pick up a nice, looks like almost 11 yards on the pass play. Those M&M's good?
Delicious. Woods hands it off to Edie. Edie is going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that carry. As Wade Walker got him up high, and down low was John Walker Moore.
Did you hear the grumblings of Kenny's M&M exploits?
Sorry, I tried to pull it away. Tried to pull the microphone away. 5:41 left to go in this third.
Been a draining night so far.
It
Not
has.
just for the clouds.
33-point lead for Westfield.
That, my friend, is called a metaphor.
Genius. Austin Burnett in at a cornerback position as Woods rolls out looking to pass. He throws incomplete in and out of the hands of Stephen Cave.
Third down and 9.
They run that same play over and over, kind of a little drag route, and they have a guy underneath to help out Woods when he's rolling. And he's pretty much worked every time. That one just dropped.
Yeah, just a good play design, and like you said, you bootleg off of the fake to the run here to the near side, bootleg out to the far side, and you have a wide open drag route, and ball just right through the hands. It's a wet night, but I think he might have been looking to turn up field before he had the football secured.
So it's a third down and 8, maybe 9. And a fumbled snap. It's on the ground, and Woods is just going to have to fall on it. So that'll make it fourth down and 10 now with 5:10 left to go. And got to imagine they'll probably be going for it here. Nothing else to lose. But they're going to bring Allman on the punt. But they have faked it, 2 to 3 times so far?
At least that I remember, and done an onside kick.
Tatnall leading start of the fourth quarter, 20-2. Tatnall's done well in the GHSA ranks. And a slow snap. Allman gets it off, though, and it takes a Westminster bounce inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And that's where Westfield will start this drive, leading by 33 points. As there's a flag back and is on Westminster, but it's declined, and Westfield will just take over at their own 29-yard line. Looks like
as bad as... Go ahead. I'm
sorry. Go ahead, Brett.
I was just going to say, as bad as it looked like that punt was going to be, it ended up pretty decent inside the 30-yard line of the Westfield Hornets.
It looks like you're going to see a mixture here of some starters and some reserve guys, as I think Tanner Westbrook is going to be the quarterback now. Jacob Payne will come in on the offensive line. You'll see Gavin Edmondson, who will line up at the tight end position. Giles Amos remains in at wide receiver. And they hand it off to Jarius Hart. Hart fights through a defender, breaks through. He's spinning, and Jarius Hart with a great run there as he gets out to the 43-yard line. 44, so that's a 15-yard gain for Jarius Hart.
Yeah, just excellent job. And the one thing that I noticed, and this might have been preached to him, is that he covered that football with 2 hands and made sure that he kept a hold of it. And he's had some fumbling problems as well early in the season. And right now, on that last play, he just showed you his ability. And I tell you what, he can get more carries in real live varsity action if he can hold on to the football. And he's a very good runner. So I tell you what, he could be an impressive one in one they need down the stretch.
Handoff goes to Jenkins. Jenkins makes the first guy miss, and he bowls over a defender as he gets into Westminster territory down to the 48-yard line. That's a pretty good gain there of about 8-9 yards.
Yeah.
So that is a second down and about 1 now for Westfield. We're basically having to freehand this all so far tonight. Scoreboard does not have down and distance.
Second 2.
It does not have timeouts. Just the score and the time. 3:30 left in this third. Handoff goes to Austin Burnett. Burnett fakes in, makes the first man miss, and still on his feet as a flag will fly in. He looks like he had enough for the first down to the 43, but we'll wait to see if it was maybe a block in the back or a hold. And it will be a holding on the offense. So sometimes that happens when you cut back as many times as he did. It kind of gets your blockers off balance and not know where to go.
Yeah, they end up grabbing because the defender tries to get away. They're blocking this way. The defender goes that way, and it's just a natural inclination to grab.
That just comes with some youth and inexperience for the running back there. Sometimes it's more on the running back than it is actually on the guy blocking because he's just expecting the play to go a certain way, and then you cut back causes some issues. Cam Forrester in at fullback. He gets the handoff, and it's a fumble, and Westminster's got it. Westfield with their 4th turnover of the night. Not good. Westfield has turned it over 4 times.
Wildcats have the ball.
Ugly football game as far as turnovers.
Absolutely, and with 2:52 left to go here in the third quarter, you got to think that Coach Jones is very disappointed. We talked about turnover margin, and Westfield right now is tied in the turnover margin category. They have 4 fumbles to 2 fumbles for Westminster and 2 interceptions for Westminster, so it's even, but they should be possibly even winning this game by more points if not for the 4 turnovers.
So Woods under center will give it off to Edie. Edie starts. Now he's trying to get out here to the near side. He does, and be brought down from behind. But a pretty good gain there and Aiden Murphy will bring him down from behind, as that is a 9-yard gain on the carry.
Yeah, great cutting and jump stopping by Nigel Edie. And tell you what, he's been impressive. I know Coach Jones probably wishes he had a guy like that on his team. I know he's got a bevy of backs, but I tell you what, Nigel Edie is the type of home run threat that Westfield had last year in Chandler, Duggan, and Stuart Smith. And although Robert Myatt might be emerging as one of those, and Tanner Westbrook here tonight.
Fumble snap picked up, and now running to the outside is the new quarterback. Ooh, hit hard and brought down by Holiday as new quarterback Stuart Campbell in. Looks like he's going to be right at the sticks, and I think he's got enough for the first down. But good tackle that time from Corey Holiday.
Yeah, good job of even getting the football by Campbell as he fumbled it around a little bit. Number 15, Stuart Campbell, comes into the game. It's going to be a first down for the Westminster Wildcats at the Westfield 38-yard line with minute 46 left to go here in the third.
So 1st and 10 at the Westfield 38. Edie will take the handoff, try the right side. And be trailed from behind and brought down after a short 2-yard gain by Jacob Payne and Tucker Moody there on the tackle.
And Nigel Edie has 16 carries for 160 yards on the night. So
what impresses me is Westfield gets so much penetration right off the snap that when he takes the handoff, he has to almost stop, let that defender go past him, then restart his momentum and go. And he's done a heck of a job. He looks tired, got hands on hips out there. He's been a one-man show so far.
10 yards per carry. That's not bad.
Looking at pass, the lefty hit hard as he throws, and it's picked off. Tucker Moody. Tucker will be brought down to 34, and that is the 5th turnover and the 9th in the ball game for both teams. Ugly.
To the 35-yard line, brought down by.
But a good job of fielding that duck. It looked like he was just hit. Campbell really didn't have enough time to throw, and instead of being able to step into it, he was hit while he was thrown, and the ball kind of stayed up in the air, almost a wounded duck, and Westfield was able to get it. Great job right there by the defense, forcing a turnover after the Westfield Hornets had turned the football over on offense.
9 turnovers combined. So Tanner Westbrook will stay in at quarterback. He'll put Austin Burnett in motion, and he'll give it off to the fullback, and that is Cam Forrester, and not much there, maybe a yard.
40 on the carry. Matthew Moore, stopped by number 33.
Again, there's a lot of sports going on. October is a great time if you're a sports fan. You got football in full effect, baseball playoffs, hockey just around the corner, basketball just around the corner. All of the great times that the wives hate. As we're winding down here at the end of the quarter, and that will probably do it on the third quarter, as Westfield will go into the fourth, leading 47-14. So you're listening to Westfield football here on the Middle Georgia Sports.
You know, this waffle cone is actually more like a sundae.
Plus, you can eat the waffle, which makes it way better than a regular sundae.
Way better.
It's like a Sunday with Reese's peanut butter cups and chocolate.
And real strawberry.
Oh, you make strawberry sound intense.
A lot of people don't know this, but strawberry is very densely packed with vitamin C.
Nerd alert!
The new waffle cones Sundays with real ice cream and premium toppings. And start your day with a 99-cent morning drink stop. This is how you Sonic.
Have you been injured and are in need of legal representation? If so, call Trey Moody. Trey is a graduate of the University of Texas and Mercer Law School and has been practicing in the Middle Georgia area for over 22 years. Trey has tried over 70 cases to jury verdict and has recovered over $5 million for his clients. Trey has established himself as one of Georgia's most prolific personal injury trial attorneys. He is also a certified and registered mediator with the State of Georgia Office of Dispute Resolution. So if you want a respected attorney who can actually try your case if needed, call Trey Moody at 478-988-3114 for a free consultation or visit his office today at 921 Carroll Street in downtown Perry. And now, back to the gridiron with Kenny and Brett on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Yeah, we're back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Game of the week. Handoff goes to Austin Burnett. Burnett puts his foot in the ground, tries to cut back to the middle of the field. Not much there. They might give him a yard. So it will make it a 3rd down and 8 now for Westfield as we're just underway in the fourth quarter. 47-14, Westfield leading the Westminster Wildcats.
7 yards.
The Cardinals lead 7-6 over the Dodgers in the 7th.
That makes Kenny happy.
Oh, gosh, you too. And
I know I hate the Dodgers. I mean, I used to love them growing up. Cal Daniels played for him. He was from the Middle Georgia area. He played at Northside High School. My dad actually coached him in high school. So I always loved the Dodgers. But ever since they got Yasiel Puig and Hanley Ramirez,
not a fan.
Their uniforms are awesome.
They are awesome. Can't beat blue and white, man.
Fight.
And now, handoff goes to Jarius Hart, showing some speed. Jarius down the far sideline, breaks the last tackle, but he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That's a big gainer from the 38 to the 35. That's a 33-yard gain or 32-yard gain. It gets out to the 36.
I'm glad you did that math because that gives him 3 carries for 56 yards. I tell you what, he
coming out party.
He's done a good job in a limited action here. Only 3 carries tonight, 3 carries here tonight. But he's got some speed, and like I said, if he can hold on to the football, he is a difference maker.
And they'll hand it off to Austin Burnett with a big hole. Austin fakes inside, cuts outside. He's going right up the middle, and Austin Burnett for the touchdown. Austin Burnett gets in from 36 yards out. That's his first touchdown of the season. And Westfield extends the lead 53-14 with 10:16 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
You got to be happy for that youngster as he did an excellent job of getting that score right there. And what can you say? Great job right there by the youngster.
So 53-14 with the extra point pending. Are they going to go for a field goal here, or are they going to go for 2? As late coming in is Robert Myatt. Might have a delay of game here. You can hear the back judge speaking and everything, so Robert better hurry up. I want to see Alex Myatt get in there and try to kick an extra point. That would be awesome. Hold kick is up, and
the ball is gone.
Yep, that one's gone. And the field goal is up and good. So your score, 54-14. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Go free ×3 this summer with ComSouth. Upgrade to any gold or higher value package and get the first month free, get free activation, and ComSouth will make the installation free too. Plus, as an added bonus, upgrade to high def and receive HD TV, you guessed it, free for 3 months. That's a whole lot of free for great telephone, wireless, state-of-the-art cable TV, and high-speed digital internet. Visit ComSouth.net for more details or stop by any of our convenient locations in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember. Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest to the Football Friday Night Game of the Week on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Nigel Eady takes the ball out of about the 5-yard line, carrying defenders as he gets out to about the 39-yard line. As Josh Jenkins is injured down. Hopefully Josh is okay. He's down about the 23-yard line, getting up. He's as tough as nails. Hopefully he's all right. He was holding his left lower leg around his calf or ankle area. He's running gingerly off the field on sportsmanlike conduct on Westfield there. I think you might see a lot of new guys in here the rest of the way, especially with Josh Jenkins getting dinged up there. You don't need to lose him. Got the Monday Night Football theme blaring over here. Dun, 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 it was much better when it wasn't part of the ESPN family, in my opinion. And O'Donnell will hand it off here. Excuse me, that is Campbell. We'll give it off to Gaffney. Gaffney gets down to about the 46-yard line. About a gain of 2 on the carry for Gaffney.
Wade Walker. He's second down.
Wade has another tackle. How many has he got tonight?
He now has 7 tackles to go along with 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and a sack. So between him and Reagan Waller with 2 picks, that is going to be tough. Oh, my goodness. What a hit there by Landon Wainwright on Gaffney. So Landon Wainwright getting in there to make the tackle. Looking good, making a big hit right there.
And that's a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. That was a huge play right there by Landon Wainwright. I tell you what, bringing the lumber. And Kenny, I got to tell you what, you're getting pretty good at predicting scores.
Oh, I know. Before this game, what was my prediction?
55-10. 54-14 is your score. They're not bad. What is that? Give or take 8 points?
Yeah, man. Gaffney runs right into the line, and he is hit hard and brought down there by number 58, Blake Green. Green making the tackle. 4 yards. So that's a 4-yard gain. I'll tell you, Gaffney, the guy hits the pile with a full head of speed, but the problem is he runs right into the pile.
Well, hey, there's something to be said for not being scared.
Maybe he can be probably a pretty good fullback. Not afraid of contact, that's for sure. So on for the punt. On 4th down and a little while. Looks like about 7 yards. Allman gets away a punt, and it will roll inside the 10 all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Beautiful punt by Michael Allman.
It's a punter's dream tonight.
He has been probably the best punter we've seen so far this season other than Giles Amos.
I was about to say that. Other than Giles, he might be have a little stronger leg than Giles, but Giles normally has more consistent snaps, I believe, so that probably bodes better for Giles. But I tell you what, Giles hadn't done a whole lot of punting here tonight. I don't think Westfield's punted once.
No, they have not. It's either been touchdown or turnover. Four turnovers to go with, I believe, 8 touchdowns. So it's a 13th possession. And
8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns and 6 extra points.
So timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with them. Your score, 54-14, 7:04 to go in the game. Listen to Westfield Football in the Middle Georgia Sports.
C.W. Williams is the premier home builder in Houston County, with established communities in Perry, Bonaire, Centerville, and Warner Robins. C.W. Williams Homes offers you a chance to build a customized home of your dreams. There are multiple floor plans available, ranging from a minimum of 1,000 square feet to over 3,000 square feet. Log on to cwwilliamshomes.com or give them a call at 478-922-2207 to check their list of plans, communities, and financing options today. C.W. Williams Homes. Let us build the home of your dreams.
Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And now, back to the gridiron with Kenny and Brett on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Austin Burnett there on the carry. He gets about a gain of 2 yards out to about the 5-yard line, or just across, about the 7 or so. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Spread out here to the near side is Mr. Young, Wyatt Young. They'll put Jarius Hart in motion. They hand the ball off to him. Jarius steps inside a tackler, and he rolls close to the first down. Looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short. That's a gain of 5 on the carry. It's going to make it a 3rd down and 2.
He's been impressive. Even right there, he shows the ability to kind of jump over tacklers. Picks up about 6.5 on that play, as it looks like they're going to be marked down about 1.5 yards short of the first down. And Jarius has done an excellent job here tonight. Maybe it needs to rain every football game for him.
Yeah, he is done an excellent job.
On the football.
And it's like he's paying extra attention to it. So 3rd down and 1. And they'll hand the ball off up the middle. I believe that is Aiden Murphy. Murphy on his feet, and he dives out close to the 30-yard line, about to the 29. Obviously enough for the first down, and it looks like a gain of about 11.
Yeah, excellent run right there, as he was able to cut back against the grain over to the far side and head upfield for a nice 11-yard pickup and the first down. And Westfield moving the chains and keeping the clock moving, more importantly. I don't think Coach Jones is as much worried about scoring any more points as he is getting some experience for his younger players and also running that clock.
Yeah, we're down to 5 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. Westfield with a 40-point lead, 54-14. Fink hands it off to Jarius Hart. Hart around the corner. He's got some speed, and he lowers his shoulder and stays in bounds and bulls over a defender after a big gain of 15 yards out to the 46-yard line. And say what, Jarius Hart is inching up closer to 100 yards.
5 rushes for 77 yards.
And he got the fans over on the far side and his teammates fired up there as he lowered that shoulder.
And Westfield has, as you can see on your screen, 548 total yards, 459 of it on the ground.
This might be their
South update.
Might be their biggest outburst of offense so far this season. Yeah, a little false start there. It looked like the offensive line lifted up before the snap, and that will be 5 yards back on Westfield.
This might be Westfield's most penalized night thus far. 8 penalties for 70 yards. That's not good.
Yeah, it's a lot of coaching lessons to be taught come Monday for sure with this Westfield team. That's hard to even fathom when you've got a 40-point lead and you put 54 points on the board, but it could very well be 80 points right now, in all honesty. That's how talented this Westfield team is, and you just hope one day the talent doesn't run out. As they'll hand the ball off here near side, and that is Josh Kennebrew. Kennebrew nowhere to go as he will be wrapped up for maybe a yard gain at about the 42-yard line. And it's going to remain second down and about 4 yards or 14 yards to go. We're under or right at 3 minutes left to go. Logan Fink has been in here on this drive. Josh Jenkins has scored a couple touchdowns. He is, I believe, the leading rusher here tonight. No, but right behind Tanner Westbrook with 90 yards. And a quick hitter up the middle to Aiden Murphy. Murphy gets out to the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 7 on the carry. And it will bring up a third down and about 6.
Alden Murphy on the carry, brought down by number 22. Justin Gaffney, number 56.
Westfield again will be at home next week to take on the Gatewood Gators.
For the Hornets.
As Westfield will improve to 5-1, 1-0 in the region. Westminster will drop to 3-3 and 0-1 in the region as they head to John Millage next week. Jerry's Hart gets around the corner. He's got the speed inside the 40, lowers his shoulder again as he gets down. I'm going to say he stepped out at about the 35-yard line, 34. But I tell you what, he does not shy away from contact. He initiates contact.
Yeah, that's another 16-yard pickup.
So he is at, 93 yards on only
6 carries.
That's pretty good.
He's leading the team. He's second tonight behind Tanner Westbrook, who had 115 yards on 6 carries. So Tanner one-upping him a little bit there, but not too shabby for the youngster.
And the pitch will come here near side to Burnett. Burnett trying to get around the corner, but a great open field tackle that time by number 6. Brandon Shiley comes in and takes out Austin Burnett's legs. And that is a loss on the play back to the 35-yard line, maybe a loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, only 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here in the game. That gives the Westminster home crowd a little bit to cheer for.
Under a minute to play. 54-14. Fink under center. Puts Kennebrew in motion. He'll get off to Aiden Murphy. Murphy tries to stop. Almost breaks his own ankles there. The wet turf kind of eats him up. He gets maybe 2 yards down to the 36. It's going to make it third down and 11.
That might be the last play of the game.
Maybe one more, depending on when they started it.
30 seconds left in the game.
Connor Dole's in now at wide receiver. He'll be out here to the near side. So this will do it. Victory formation, under 20 seconds. Logan Fink will take the knee, and that will end the ball game. Westfield is a winner here tonight in Augusta, 54-14 your final. We'll take a quick break and be back with you for the Bill and Laura Amos postgame show right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Next week, the Hornets return to the friendly confines of Marvin Arrington Stadium to take on another group of angry Gators. This time, the Gatewood Gators from Eatonton will be traveling down to take their try at the defending state champions. A region win is on the line when these two meet up. The Brandon Outfitters pregame show is slated for 7:10, with a kickoff between the Gators and Hornets at 7:30, only on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season's broadcast possible: Com South, Sonic America's Drive-In, C.W. Williams Homes, David Reagan Ford, Spillers Orthodontics, Walker Insurance Agency, Brandon Outfitters, Hamby Automotive, Trey Moody Law Office, Planners First, and Bill and Laura Amos, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics. With all of your game stats, impact players, and analysis of the game, welcome into the MidGASports.net postgame show, presented by Bill and Laura Amos, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics.
Into the Bill and Laura Amos postgame show, as Westfield is a winner here tonight. 54-14 is your final. Westfield goes to 5-1 of the season, 1-0 in region play as they head home next week to face the Gatewood Gators. But Brett, let's go ahead and take a look at some Com South final stats on the ball game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get those updated for you as the final stats run down like this. Westfield rushed the ball 42 times for 484 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 fumbles, 11.5 yards per carry, 4 completions out of 10 attempts for 89 yards for Ryan Fitzpatrick, 1 touchdown passing through the air, and 40% completion percentage. 8 penalties for 70 yards. I think this is the most penalized game of the season for Westfield. And total yardage for the night for the Hornets, 573 yards. For the Westminster Wildcats, they rushed the ball 27 times for 141.5 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 5.24 yards per carry average. 9 passing completions on 20 attempts, 120 yards, and 3 interceptions, 45% completion. 5 penalties for 40 yards and 261.5 total yards. So Westfield is the victor here tonight, 54-14 here in Augusta.
Let's go ahead and give our honors of the game here tonight. Let's give our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In, and that will go to Jarius Hart. New guy here tonight, but did a great job. He had 93 yards on 6 carries here tonight, getting some playing time and making the most of it. So congratulations to Jarius Hart for being our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In. Go check them out in Warner Robins and all around the Middle Georgia area here tonight. Our defensive player of the game, this is a tough one. It was a toss-up between Reagan Waller and Wade Walker. Both of the guys filled up the stat book, but we're going to give Reagan the defensive player of the game here tonight. He had 2 interceptions to go along with 6 tackles. Defensive player of the game brought to you by C.W. Williams Homes. Go check out C.W. Williams Homes in the Middle Georgia area. And our special teams player of the game brought to you by David Reagan Ford is, and this was voted on by Brett Taylor, Robert Myatt for kicking the ball over the net into the trees.
Absolutely.
So Robert Myatt. And our play of the game, Brett, who are you going to go with? Walker Insurance.
Walker Insurance play of the game, to me, was Reagan's interception, the first one.
All right. Well, that will do it. So Reagan Waller gets 2 honors here tonight. The interception as well as the 2 interceptions to make him the defensive player of the game. So Westfield wins 54-14. Don't forget, next week we'll be at home at the Hornets' Nest at 7:10 for the Brandon Outfitters pregame show. And for Brett Taylor and Tim Thompson, I'm Kenny Cofer. Thanks for listening here tonight. Westfield wins 54-14. You've been listening to Westfield Football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season's broadcast possible: Com South, Sonic America's Drive-In, C.W. Williams Homes, David Reagan Ford, Spillers Orthodontics, Walker Insurance Agency, Brannon Outfitters, Hamby Automotive, Trey Moody Law Office, Planners First, and Bill and Laura Amos, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics. Next week, the Hornets return to the friendly confines of Marvin Arrington Stadium to take on another group of angry Gators. This time, the Gatewood Gators from Eatonton will be traveling down to take their try at the defending state champions. A region win is on the line when these two meet up. The Brandon Outfitters pregame show is slated for 7:10, with a kickoff between the Gators and Hornets at 7:30, only on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.